She wanted to shotgun a beer.
Right there.
All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. Ow, my finger! Ah!
She's struggling. They assist. Y'all.
No champagne or girly drinks, we drink beer and beer and beer, beer, beer. No
Yeah,
champagne
baby.
or girly drinks, we drink beer and beer and beer, beer, beer.
What is it with shotgunning that makes it so hard to do? Somebody please tell me.
I did better than her. I just gotta say.
You did do better than her. It's not a hard thing to do. Maybe it's the younger generation. Poke the can.
I think she just about took off an acrylic nail doing it.
Too many of the fake nails maybe on her fingers. I don't know, but it shouldn't be a hard thing. I'm just saying, it's just, shotgun a beer. We've seen other instances where people have struggled. Again, I don't know what the issue is, but there we have it. But welcome back, everybody, for another Thursday night as we are here for another happy hour. It is still so bright. It's kind of weird because now it's to the point where it doesn't get dark here till like 8:45 or something, I think. So, which is
going on 9:30 here, I guess.
Yeah. Like it's messing up my lighting, man, with all the light behind me. But but cheers to everybody. Hopefully everybody is off to getting ready for a great weekend as we are heading into Friday tomorrow, which means fun tonight, drinking, laughing, talking, whatever. Mal feeling better, hopefully. Looks better. Looks like you're getting on that train back on the good track.
This has alcohol in it. Just saying.
Well, there we go. There we go.
Could be a long night tonight. Man, I
Had
for a couple weeks.
That's what she said.
Whoa.
That's what he says.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, she's back, folks. She's back. Yeah. I actually was talking to Dave from Beer Front. He's actually at a brewery opening tonight. So you got a brewery opening out there in Chicago. But he said, tell Mal I went back to Ravinia for a good interview with another guy. Figured I showed them some more love with another lawsuit. So is there another lawsuit?
Was it Chris or Andy?
He didn't tell he didn't tell me the guy. He just told me another guy.
Last time he spoke with Jeff, it's got to be one of the other two owners. Andy's from Australia. He's visiting for the summer, and he's amazing. I love this man. Like, he's been helping out all over the place. His whole family's here. They're just so wonderful.
So how's that work with him being in Australia and everything there? But he's just like...
Well, he and one of the owners met in Australia because one of our local owners used to live in Australia, and those two started brewing beer together, and their first two beers that they made were the base two beers for Ravinia Brewing, the Grunsfeld and the Flight of the Rooster, Saison and a dry hopped lager. So that was the start of the brewery, and then when the one moved back here and met up with the other one that was already living here, and they have another silent partner out in California too. He comes by now and again, but really nice guy as well. So there's 4 owners in total, and the entire management team for the whole brewery is female. So that's kind of cool.
Oh, there you go.
I know, I kind of love it.
And tonight, let me see here. I didn't put the other banner up there. Just throw that up there because we want to welcome everybody in. Poll question out there. And we'll talk about,
yes.
No, we did that last week. We're not going back to that one. But we'll talk about, because I just realized something this week I didn't realize before. But when an independent brewery is acquired by a macro brewery, do you still seek out their beers? Now, this doesn't mean you can't still drink the beers, but do you seek them out like you seek them out previously? Or they kind of fall off? Simple yes or no poll. So right now, 100% say they still seek them out.
And to be honest, I'd still like to go to Lagunitas. I haven't.
Yeah.
I always do the tiny breweries. I never think about doing the big ones, but I'd still like to go, you know?
That was the one we wanted to go to when we was up there and didn't realize their hours were so kind of goofy.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, we'll wait till, and then they were closed. I was like, why are they closed? And It was like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday or something. They were closed. I was like,
Yeah, they had the weird things. Yeah, 'cause I think, and then Brenner tried to do that one day when he was up there or something. He did get there finally, but I thought one day he went, they were closed or something.
maybe.
Yeah.
I was like, dang, we should have went on the Sunday when we were there because we were there like Sunday through Wednesday or whatever it was, and I was like, well, they were closed the days we actually could have went, but like,
See,
dang
for
it.
me, the weirdest hours has to go to New Glarus. New Glarus is 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. on weekdays. They're closed weekends.
Really?
That's
It's
kind
the
of
weirdest hours,
for a
11 to
brewery,
5
yeah.
on Monday through Friday, and that's the
Yeah, no
only time
kidding.
the tap room's open. It's the weirdest thing.
That is weird.
That's
Of
why
course.
I haven't gotten to go there yet.
Of course, though, to their defense, they do drink a lot of beer in Wisconsin, and they might not want all them drunks around on the weekend.
Well, that's true,
that's
yeah.
that's possible.
But on the weekend, though, you'd think.
I know. You'd think they would want to
And
be
they're
open for
closed
the
by the
weekend.
time you're off work. They're closed.
Or they're one of the drunks out somewhere else on the weekend, and they don't want to be working when they want to be drinking.
No, that's fair. Or they're hoping that New Glarus doesn't become the next Galena or whatever, the weekend trip for Chicagoans.
Yeah.
They don't want to sell to
So,
us anyway.
yeah. So you got to take all that into account for sure.
For
And then tonight I will be actually doing, I don't know, the Heady Banger or the Focal Topper, but the Alchemist Cuvée will be coming up here shortly. I'm going to start with one and then open the other. We're going to do a mix and see what it tastes like with them both together. So both reviews are up on the channel. And I was asked by Dan from FLX, he's like, you got to do the Cuvée when you have them. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to finally do the Cuvée. So this is for you, Dan.
When he said those names and mix them up, I was like, dang, you've been drinking already or what? What's going on?
I've been brought on to make a new beer for them. So yeah.
There you go.
So that'll be interesting. Shout out to everybody in the chat. We got Vanessa in the house and Sam Adams macro now. Sam Adams is still not macro.
Yeah, they keep
Still.
changing. They keep changing the amount for them.
it's still craft there. I mean, they're pushing it though, because I don't know if they can keep it under the 6 million barrels. I don't know what their sales were this year, but with the RDD counted in, I know it pushed them pretty much higher, where they might be over that level, because I think they're starting to get counted in, which I don't think the ready to drink cocktails should be counted in with the beer count, but you know, it's what the industry's doing, I guess.
Not for them.
And Vanessa says hello to everyone.
Hey, Vanessa.
You know, it's actually easier to peel a banana from the bottom.
Seen that, never tried it.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never seen that before.
Yeah, if you're like, well, the video I saw was like apes and things at the zoo, and
Yeah.
they always peel it from the bottom, and it looks really simple. And then I've seen people do it online, but I've never tried it myself.
Huh. That's interesting. I once saw a way that you actually supposed to use a can opener, and it's totally different than I've actually learned in the course of my life. I don't know if you've ever seen that video out there.
Supposed to be on the
But
side. Something.
It's on this, yeah, something that's weird. It's like, you put it in there, the top's on the magnet, you spin it around usually, but there's another way you can actually do it. Is like, it just blows your mind when you actually see it. Like, wait a second, like my whole life's been a lie. So
Well,
No, I've seen that. No, I remember now. It's slicing the sides so you don't have the sharp edges instead of slicing down. You're right. I have seen that.
and it doesn't make a sharp edge on the lid either.
Yeah.
So
right. I was like, first.
that is designed that way, and that's the only way it works is from
Yeah.
the top of that. So
It's like first fried bologna, now the opening cans. I've been living in a bubble for too long.
No, I've seen industrial ones that are like that. Like, but I haven't tried it with like a regular one or anything.
yeah, I
Yeah.
haven't either.
Tater in the house. Cheers, Tater. Great to see you as well, my friend.
Hi.
And cheers, everyone. And Vanessa, hello to Tater. And say hello to Vanessa. A little shotgun and going, yeah, just wasting beer. Just wasting beer. Like, what are you
She
doing?
laughed into the can. Just cannoned at that guy. That was so
It happens.
gotta say, I'm glad I didn't do that.
Did I make black snake firewood rust stuff on paper plates on the 4th? I don't even know what that is, but yes, because
Why not?
you just
Might as
you just know how
well.
to how to make good stuff all the time. Whole can with hand on tab, stab with the other hand. I mean, it's not a hard process, just to.
Again, I'm pretty sure her acrylic nail got stuck under there, and that was
Yeah.
what her problem was at first. And then she tried to have him open it, and then she laughed because she effed it all up. And
Yeah, not everybody's ready for that. Mao Chu, Todd, Shannon, Rudd, Black Snake Fireworks are fourth. The Black Girl Snake is Carbon. Oh, okay, yeah, there you go.
You know, I
up?
absolutely had to get a pack of those last year because I hadn't done one of those in like forever, and it just made me so ridiculously stupid happy as a little kid moment again.
I know. It's like, what is that? Because we did those last year too. They came in the pack that my brother bought a great thing, and I had a little bitty pack in there. I was like, oh, I ain't done these before. I was like, oh yes, this is cool.
It's like, all right, it's still going. It's still going. Yeah. Oh.
So, what was your favorite fireworks growing up as a kid? Did you have a favorite one?
The snake. Obviously.
It was the snake. Was the favorite one really? Okay.
Yeah.
I was more of an M8, or it was the M80 or M6, like the big firecracker. Or the rockets.
Snapping pops. Okay.
Yeah.
I was scared of snapping pops.
Well, we used to shoot bottle rockets at each other when we were kids too.
We did that one time too.
Yeah.
Multiple times.
What, Mal? You shake your head. We're guys. That's what we do as boys. We shoot bottle rockets at each other.
Those little white paper things, the snapping pops, you toss them at the ground and they do a little pop.
Yeah.
So Dad used to get me those, and I was terrified of them. Absolutely terrified. And Dad trying to show me how fine they were. He like popped one in his fingers, just and it popped. He's like, it's fine. And I was terrified. I was snake level for that. Nah. That was my happy place.
I would have took you as a sparkler kid, but snakes are all right.
No, the sparklers were scary too. Those little sparks flying at your ankles. Oh no. Oh no. The metal ones were better, but the ones that had that little popply thing, the paper ones, that middle section always did those little and stuff all over the place, and I was always terrified I was going to get burned. Mm-hmm. Which is funny because I was a little firebug, like campfires and stuff. I was all about that, but I did not want the fireworks.
Well,
I like the ones that shoot up, like the ones you go, when you go see at the games and stuff. Just
the mega ones or whatever. Yeah. But the ones you could actually buy stuff. The Roman candles were pretty popular when I was a kid too. Those were always pretty good. We may have shot each other at those too.
My dad used to always do those all the time.
What's up, Jimmy? Cuffing stuff in the house. Great to see you, my friend. Y'all like to eat? Of course you do, because you got to eat to survive. Y'all need to check out Jimmy on Cuffing Stuff. Good stuff that he puts down. Vanessa says hello to Cuff, and Cuff to Vanessa. And P38 and the P51 can opener in the sea rashes. Right here, speaking of military stuff, it's actually they haven't done it for 2 years. So I guess the last time they did it was before we actually moved here. But they had like Fleet Week, I guess. So all the like Navy ships and stuff are like docked in our not all of them. Obviously, not all of them are in our army. We didn't bring them all in.
Every single one.
But we got like a bunch of ships over there. So I might shoot some video this weekend of some of that because that seemed pretty cool. They got a bunch of festivals there in the harbor. But yeah, and so. Maybe we do them all here. Maybe that's why Russia went to Cuba, because all the ships are in Baltimore. And they were like, hey, it's a good time to go to Cuba. I saw they had a sub there, so that was interesting. What is up, Zach in the house? Cheers. Up, Rod Tide of Mal. Waiting on my Instacart fella to bring me some sweet booze. Spoiler, beer hugs are on the way. 9.9. Got to catch up to you turkeys. Cheers, y'all. Haven't started drinking mine yet. I'm about to crack one open here. Mm-hmm. Zach says, hey to Vanessa. Paul's in the house. Cheers, Paul and the missus. Outdoor couple.
PA.
Yeah, that's what him and the lady, they go out and they go around and do different things around PA and they do outdoor stuff.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Tell us video he just posted about the hops. He's growing hops.
Yes, I got to watch that one still. I saw that pop up on my thing there.
This is pretty good.
But just because he thought Mal might be confused, he did come back as PA Beer News. Yeah. So yeah, we used to play Roman candle tag on Luda, Mississippi. It was pretty damn fun, actually. Yeah,
that's the other channel. Sorry, I just whoa.
Now I'm trying to think of Paul being a little kid growing up in Mississippi. That had to be interesting. I never figured him to be in Mississippi, but yeah,
and still be alive. Let's talk about it.
But yeah, so Mal, you had a beer. you want to say what you're going to be drinking?
Sure. So this is from Liquid Love Brewing Company. It's called Dragon's Tears. It's a saison ale with yuzu and juniper berries. And it was
Ooh.
a collaboration with Torio, which I don't know exactly what that is. It literally just says Torio and has a cute little dragon logo of some sort. So, all right. But it's 7% ABV. And yeah, it's just a saison. And yuzu is like citrus, Asian citrus of some sort. And then the juniper berries. So it kind of has a gin side to it as well while you're drinking. It's kind of fun.
Did you say Did you say dragon?
No, I didn't say dragon. I said drag on. That's,
Oh, wow. Usually we use that for New Holland exclusively, but,
The head disappeared immediately.
Wow. Well, it's a sour. You said it's sour, right? So
it just stays on, but yeah, with the citrus.
Oh, okay. I thought you said sour. Yeah,
really,
wow.
It's really tart, though. But yeah,
that's what she said.
Disappeared immediately.
Damn it, Todd! I can't hit it quick enough. Yeah, that did lose some head.
Saying, damn it, Todd! I can't hit it quick enough. Saying.
Oh, Todd, what do you got to drink?
I'm drinking Sweetwater Hazy IPA.
Nice.
Ooh, there you go. I don't think I've seen you do that one before. Have you had it before?
I don't remember if I had it on the show a week or so ago. I don't remember. If he saw me not have it, then probably not. So then, yeah,
okay.
I've had one out of the 6-pack I bought. I think it was a 6-pack. Now I can't keep up with what they are anymore, 6 or 4.
Well,
I think these are 6 because it's a 12-ounce can. So
yeah,
then.
Yeah, the ones I've gotten have always been like the 19.2. I think they're like the Imperial ones as well.
Nice little golden color.
There you go.
And that one has a big head that's sticking around a little bit.
Oh, by the way, did anyone notice how beautiful that color was behind that logo there?
Look at that.
Oh,
That's very nice.
Oh, yeah. It's thought I should point out the beauty that was right there.
Nice glass. Nice glass. Speaking of which, for those of you there too, if you want to check out, you can definitely check out some of the stuff on the store if you like. I actually got some updates and stuff that are taking place there. Just added
the bucket hats.
Got the bucket.
like the bucket hat.
The bucket hats are in it. That's we're hitting into the summer months there. You also got the let's see, we got the gym bags. We got the tote bags, crossbody bags. I've never seen that. Isn't that just a fanny pack at some point?
It's a merce.
Because that is there, and here's fanny pack, which is here. That's
no. It's a merce. It goes across the shoulder for guys. It's a merce.
It's man purse.
Here's your little pouch for your little, maybe 420 or whatever you want to put into your pouch. You got those on there as well. We got the bandana section as well. Look at that. You can put on a little dog there. All you little dog fans out there.
Dogs sold separately.
So all kinds of new stuff have been updated on the store. So if you want to check it out, feel free. There's also like the t-shirts and all that kind of stuff there too. But just sharing that along as well for those of you that have asked about it. Paul said he actually lived there a few months in his early teenage years. There you go.
That explains the Roman candle tag.
Well, you probably heard the school like a pig. And he's like, I'm out of here. So I'm going to
beer on that one.
So you've seen me. So if you haven't seen my reviews on the channel, you can check them out. But I'm going to finish off my last two here. But I'm going to start off with the Heady Topper. And I'm going to pour some into the glass. But I'm going to pour it all in because I am going to do a mix of the two here in a second as well. But this is one of those sought after beers by many in the beer community for a number of years. And I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like, was it worth the chase? It's still solid. it's still good. It's still tasty. It's just there's so many other breweries doing stuff now, so you can't really hate on them because everybody's caught up to them. But at the same point,
Wondering.
Shane driving. Mm-hmm.
So I'm wondering if people still standing in line when it comes, like they used to get it.
Not according to BJ, they don't. So I know we talked about it a while back, but he said it used to be people would follow the truck in when the truck came, and he said they don't really do that now and stuff. So he still had this after I picked it up, even like for a couple more weeks. He still has some in there, I think. So definitely doesn't sell as quick as it used to, but it is still pretty tasty. For me, I did prefer the Focal to the Heady Topper slightly, but to each their own.
You talked about the 180 pack for, was it PBR last week?
Yes, we talked about the 180 for PBR last
Did you
week.
look up the 1888 pack?
I did not. Was that from who was that from?
It's from
Was that
PBR.
Yeah.
That's the one I was talking about. That was the whole bed of a pickup truck.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh yeah, that was the huge one there. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the price on that one? Did we know?
I don't know.
Okay. Because I was thinking we were talking about the price, but I didn't know if anybody knew it or not.
1888 pack, right?
I think it was 1888. It was supposed to be like the year they started or whatever, but
1844.
oh, 1844. I apologize. Had the year off by just a couple years.
You had the double number though. Yeah.
Yeah, I like 8.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, they did it back in 2022 with the 1844 pack. Yeah, this old Forbes article.
Yeah. But
Remember they had the 99 pack in 2019.
Oh yeah, I remember that. It was really long, right? Like it was like it looked like
I
a
felt like it was
soda case or whatever.
huge.
Yeah. Doesn't show what the price is on here. There's 766 cases of beer.
So just a couple then. That's a good weekend.
Yeah. I mean, weekend at Bernie's, right? You're good to go.
Yeah.
It's a good
There you go.
weekend. Mhm.
Yeah, it doesn't have the price on it though, but that's a lot of beer. That's a lot of meatballer. Yeah, so. And let's see here.
Definitely for sharing.
Yeah.
So it looks like someone posted at one point that they bought it for $849.99.
You don't know about all that.
So $850 for literally a year's worth of PBR. I don't know.
I mean, if it's the right function or something like that, and say you got like a corporate type function
Wait,
and you have a beer, you can just stack your coolers with it or whatever. I mean,
I'm not buying it for.
That's like
$3
half a month's
here.
rent for most people, and it's like no.
that's a car payment, man.
Yeah, that could be a couple car payments depending on the car.
Mhm.
Uh,
You're right, depending on the car for sure. Yeah.
it's at
Nowadays,
least a down
yeah.
payment on one.
Some of the car prices now, you're pushing up on them. It's just like once they started going to like, oh, you can finance it for 84 months. Like, who needs to finance a car for 84 months? Like, if you're going that far, then that's not a car that's for
You
you.
probably don't need it. Yeah.
Don't need it. Just walk away.
You get the little pop-ups. There's like, oh, you can have a car for this much per month, and I'm looking at the price, going, that's as much as I make in a week. Like, I don't want to give you a whole week's worth of pay in one go. Like, seriously? That's a lot.
That's
You
good
do
amount.
it.
They're like, but you got 3 other weeks.
Yeah.
I know, but I have other expenses. You're insane. Oh,
They're like, you're
sorry,
thinking
I
food
wanted
is
to eat this month. It was-
you're thinking food is too important. You don't need all that food, right? So yeah. You
I
can live
drive
on
I can drive past places that sell food. I just can't stop. You know.
you can live on saltines and cheese whiz. I mean, water's free, so
What is this, college?
college, a lot of oodles and noodles were being done
Ramen,
for college. Ramen, yeah, ramen.
Cup of noodles and the ramen and
It had to become a ramen like chef
If you
extraordinaire.
If you got fancy and had the butter and milk, you could have the mac and cheese. Now you had to be fancy though. You had to
mix
team
it
up
up.
with a couple other rooms. Like they all had to chip in a little bit for that butter and
Well,
milk.
you get the box of Kraft mac and cheese back in the day. It was only like what 30 cents or something like that and everything. It wasn't too bad.
Well, I know,
but you had to
but
find
you're paying for the milk and cheese though, or milk and butter, which you
Yeah.
might use on anything else. Because what else are you going to use that on, really?
Well, I think wasn't one of them you could just use water. You didn't need the milk.
That was
trying
the
to
little
think.
cup ones, but those were like $3 each.
Oh yeah.
And those hadn't actually come out when I was in college, so
Those were later on. So
yeah, those were later on.
I was just thinking, 'cause we used to experiment with some of the mac and cheese for sure back in the day. Try it with barbecue, try it with ketchup, try it with other stuff. You just, because you couldn't just eat it the regular way as much. You had to mix it up at times.
Buffalo chicken mac and cheese with a little Asiago on top. Oh yeah.
Cut up some of the hot dog wieners, throw them in there.
Yeah.
That'll make me hungry.
Put a little that fried bologna.
Not me, because it makes me think of being broke in college. So I don't want to go back. I ain't going back.
It's okay. You can just put that fried bologna in there. It'll be fine.
Bologna was at a premium.
Fried bologna.
And you had to get the bread to put the bologna on too. So, I mean, just put it like Chris Rock did in the. Just put it in my hand. Just put it in my.
So you don't necessarily have to have bread. I mean,
did you do the mac and cheese hot dogs? Anyone? No.
I don't know the mac. What do you mean putting hot dogs in the mac and cheese?
No. You have one slice of Wonder Bread, and you have one hot dog, and then you put the mac and cheese over top, and then you eat that.
No, but
no.
You don't use a bun. You have to use a slice of Wonder Bread. You couldn't use like a hot dog bun. It was the rule.
I mean,
that's interesting.
In the bread, but I never put mac and cheese on top of it.
It's
But I have sliced up the hot dog and put it in the mac and cheese, like in a bowl or whatever.
It's handheld hot dog mac and cheese. Really, it's just handheld. That's all.
But maybe that's where the mac and cheese hamburger came from, because a lot of restaurants have a mac and cheese hamburger nowadays. Somebody was like, you know what? I did this on a hot dog back in the day. I wonder if I could do it on a hamburger.
And
they tested it, and somebody's like, this is damn good. It's on the menu. It's on the menu.
It's like Chew asking for ramen, but he doesn't want it in a bowl. It better be in a burrito. Hey, ramen burrito. Let's go.
I wonder if the Bad Apple has a mac and cheese hamburger. I'm trying to think back.
You know what, Rod? I think they may actually.
That sounds right up their alley. If they have a PB&J one, they've got to have the mac and cheese one.
Man.
But you got to put ranch on top because it's the Midwest.
No ranch.
You got to put ranch on everything. I was literally eating pizza last night, and I had to have ranch and Frank's hot sauce with that pizza. So.
Oh my gosh!
You need ranch on everything. Actually, it's really good on mac and cheese too.
So I pulled up the Bad Apple. And this place, for those of you who have not been to the Bad Apple Chicago, you go to Chicago, you like hamburgers, so you have to go to this place. And I'm looking at the burger menu. Now, Todd, you said when you guys went, I think you said you had the Elvis's Last Supper, the peanut butter. That's a peanut butter, bacon, sweet plantains, and pepper jelly.
Ooh, sweet plantains.
Yeah.
I miss plantains.
Yeah, it was good. I had a blast. Shannon got that one. I forgot which one I had now.
Now, I had the Slow Burn, which was a stout, sauteed spicy chilies and onions, bacon, white cheddar. They got a Southern Dandy, grilled local Spanish sweet onion, pepper jack, house cured brickboard molasses, bacon, sweet and spicy dandy sauce. How did I miss that one when I was there? They got the Abe Froman house-made spicy sausage link, pulled pork, pineapple, white cheddar, tangy barbecue sauce. I'm glad I don't live near this place, because I would just be like the whale. I'd be just eating so many times over there.
Between that and Hot Butcher, which are almost across the street from each other.
Yeah.
Done. Over.
Put me in a motorized chair at that point, because I'm just scooting around town.
Give me my hover around. I'm just going back and forth all day.
We went to Bad Apple and then we walked over to Hot Butcher.
Yep.
They got one called The Figs Is In. Porter soaked fig and bacon relish. Got me right there already. But goat cheese and smoked onion.
Oh, I do love goat cheese.
What the heck I had now?
They got the Bears burger, smoked brisket, chipotle cheddar sauce, and the pretzel bun. Pretzel buns are always so good.
You know, we
like
did
that,
it again. We're stuck talking about food now. Everyone's going to get hungry.
I think that's what I had actually.
The pretzel bun?
Yeah, with the brisket.
Because that's the only one I see with the Bears burger. It's the only one I see with a pretzel bun here.
But I remember having a pretzel bun though.
As far as the brisket, that's the only one I see with the
burger. But I think it had brisket on it.
Well, that's the only one I see with the brisket. So if you had brisket and you had the pretzel bun, that would have been it.
Had that one in.
Yeah. The Smokezilla looks good too. Smoked pulled pork, bacon, Carolina mustard sauce, and coleslaw.
Whatever it was, I just remembered it was amazing.
God, they got such good burgers here. Yeah. Yeah.
I
When I
feel like
get
I heard
back.
about them having a Chicago dog hamburger at one point too, with the mustard and the peppers and stuff. I feel like they had that at one point. I don't know if they probably do specials, I'm sure. So
Wow, they have another one called the Matterhorn. That one does have a pretzel bun, smoky ham, pickles, angula, mustard aioli, red split cheese, poured table side, and pretzel bun. I feel like that's a Pinky and the Air burger, if there is one there. That would kind of be that one.
I didn't even know there was such a thing.
I'll have the Matterhorn, please.
Yeah.
The Jake and Elwood. I think
oh right.
somebody was there. I don't think it was JT and Liz because they actually had the poutine, I think. But Jake and Elwood, malt vinegar onion jam with buckboard bacon, Cambozola, triple cream blue cheese, and arugula.
Gotta love the Blues Brothers.
I
man.
mean, you could be blindfolded and get any of these burgers and you'll be happy.
Pretty much.
Thunderdome, braised short rib, white cheddar, beer, battered onion rings, horseradish sauce, pretzel bun. Oh, there's 3 with the pretzel bun. All right. Yeah. These are pretty good stuff. Yeah. So if anybody's ever in Chicago, Hot Butcher on one side of the street, Bad Apple on the other.
Yeah.
And you just crawl back to the hotel or whatever when you're done.
Yeah.
100% worth it.
I mean, you could try to walk it off, I guess, because you're definitely taking in some calories. That's for sure.
It's a good day out, is what it
You're
is.
not gonna feel like walking out there. I can probably do that.
But don't plan too much excitement for the day. Just
No.
focus in on what's important. That's the trick. Beer, burgers, done.
Yeah. And then you get back and you give them the Dusty Rose salute.
First of all, I would like to thank the many fans throughout this country. I admit I don't look like the athlete of the day supposed to look. My belly's just a little big. My hand is just a little big. But, brother, I am bad, and they know I'm bad. I want you at home to know my hand is touching your hand for this gathering of the biggest body of people in this country, in this universe, all over the world now, reaching out because the love that was given me, and this time I will repay you now. Love you.
You just go to crawling in your bed after eating that burger and drinking that beer.
No doubt.
I feel like he went to the same school as like Southern Baptist preachers. Like it kind of has that and then you know.
Could you imagine Dusty Rose as a preacher? That would be interesting. Him being a preacher. I'm gonna lay my hands on you.
That would have been amazing.
Yeah, like I feel like he kind of has that inflection, like when he's performing. I don't know. He reminds me of like one of those, you know.
I can see him as a Southern Baptist type preacher. Yeah,
you know.
I can see him as a Southern Baptist.
I guess.
Yeah.
Well, I did.
Yeah.
I remember that. What's his name? Brother Love. Brother Love.
Yeah.
That could have been Dusty.
Oh,
We got Drew in the house. Cheers, Drew.
Drew.
We are almost a month away from seeing Drew. Have you met Drew already?
who, me?
Yeah. Okay, because I didn't know if Drew came down when they came down.
No. He
Okay.
But I'm hoping he'll be swinging by for this one since we're coming to him.
I thought he was. I thought he was part of it. They were with it too. I think. Yeah.
I hope so. That would be awesome.
Hey Zach. Hey PA from Vanessa and outside grilling burgers and dogs. She's outside grilling right now. So yeah.
I've
Yeah.
always wanted to meet Drew in person and to bring him some alert because he seemed to really enjoy it in Shane's video.
Yeah, Drew will do that at times. All right, so whoops, I want to put in this one. I'm gonna do a different glass. Save that there.
Oh,
So we're gonna put in the heady topper, which is gonna be the bottom and not the top. Yeah, I know how that sounded. And
you know, I was literally just laughing at you having the topper on the bottom. That just made me laugh. Not
And
how
then we'll
you
drop-
worded it. I just liked that was the bottom.
we'll drop in the focal banger on top.
Oh, the banger goes on top. Okay.
The
Focal
the banger's on top, the topper's on the bottom. Yeah,
Oh my god.
that's just how it's getting down right now.
Eddie on bottom.
And together, we now have the Kuvi kind of mixing together. We call it the heady banger or the focal topper, however you want to call it. There you go. There's a look at it. Both together. Alchemist got a party going on.
Whoop, whoop.
I mean, hops wise, it's still the resiny quality. It's still got the nice pine notes. So nothing too special there. Good head on it. Got a good head. It's actually not bad putting them both together. It's a nice little floral presence that comes through.
Nice.
Yeah, it's got a nice little splash to it. The one is 8%. The other one is 7%. I think the banger is the 7%. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, together is decent. Probably together, I like them better than separate. I definitely like them together more than the heady, but I would say slightly more than maybe the focal by itself. But very pleasant.
You answered my question. I was going to ask you, is it better than them individually? So yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
But now we'll put the rest of the topper on top of the banger since I poured it into the other glass. And then put a little bit more of the banger in. So we got a little party going on. Banging the top. Banging the top.
Top, yeah.
Yeah.
Top banging going on.
So now on the poll, we got 92% seek out the beers and 8% do not. So there is someone that says, I do not seek them out after they go to the macro side. And the macro thing was basically, I released a short earlier talking about Oberon. And I was like, interesting. The question that popped in my head because I didn't realize at the time when I was doing it, Oberon is now, Bell's is a macro brewery. I don't know if you guys knew that or not, but they're actually considered a macro brewery since they are now under Kirin out of Japan. And that got me thinking because the sorts that I released was kind of talking about our conversation we had the other day about if we thought they jumped the shark with Oberon. And I feel like knowing they're a macro now, that might be a part of it because I look back with New Belgium and how they got kind of pinpointed in doing the whole Voodoo Ranger series, right?
Yeah.
And they put everything else to the side. I'm hoping that Bell's doesn't kind of fall into that same situation where they start focusing so much on Oberon. Like we were talking about it before, and they had this, and then they end up having like the Shandy Pack that Dave brought up, and it's like they keep just coming out with more Oberon stuff. And I'm like, don't become one of those breweries where you start, you don't do the Black Note anymore. You're not doing Expedition style. You're not doing the other stuff because now Big Daddy Pockets is like, we want you to just focus on Oberons. I'm hoping it's not something where they kind of
I wouldn't.
get kicked out of their lane a little bit.
I wouldn't think so. I mean, I would hope not, but you never know, I guess.
Yeah, you just never know how things play out. But it's like, if you'd have looked back 10 years ago or whatever, would you have thought New Belgium would have been pretty much reduced to one line of beer for the most part, which would be the Voodoo series? Probably not, because they had a lot of the other good stuff they were putting out.
I mean, at the time, no, because I guess really Voodoo Ranger wasn't really much of a thing for them. But
you think about
looking back, that's definitely the best series that they have for sure.
Well, but you had the white label beers they were doing, which were more
Well,
more
that's true,
delicate.
yeah.
And those were really some good ones they were putting out under the white label ones. And then they had some of the other stuff. I mean, then all of a sudden they came out, as we know, Fat Tire went to Flat Tire for a lot of people because they switched that whole thing up. Yeah, so it's kind of like all under the macro umbrella, and you start to wonder. You know, I keep seeing more of the Oberon, and you know me, I'm an Oberon fan. I'm an Oberon fan. I like it when it comes out, but even I got turned off a little bit. Was like the Tropic one, I wasn't a big fan of. The Eclipse was okay, but not one I would really go after. Now they got Shandies, and y'all know how I feel about Shandies, so I'm not going to get into that argument. But it's just, yeah. So it's just like, what are we doing over here right now with Bells, and are they going to become basically whatever the machine tells them they're going to become? So it's interesting. So that's what kind of led to that poll question I have out there today.
Fair enough.
Drew said, "I'll drink it for you." So he'll drink all the Malort for Drew.
That's so sweet. And I wouldn't even trick you into drinking it like Shane did. I would just say, "Here, you want some? Have some Malort."
Drew's going to be like,
hear that and they go, "No, thanks, I'm good."
I mean, I had to try it when I was up there just because you all talked about it so much. I was like, I gotta see what it's all about.
I wish we had some in the car when we came to see you last time. So that would have been fun.
We got some at the Bad Apple, I think is where we got it.
Oh, so you did try it then?
Yeah.
yeah.
With Liz and JT, we went to the Bad Apple. I was like, I gotta try it. So I think Shannon's the only one that didn't drink any of it. I think JT did, but I can't remember. Maybe I was the only one. Hell,
he should.
Some people love it. There are some people who absolutely love it. For example, my head chef at Ravinia, he adores Malort, and he has an amazing, for flavors like with foods and stuff. Like he's incredible, but he likes Malort, and I'm sitting here going, "How can you make good food?
I mean,
when you like that?"
I wouldn't say I liked it, but I was also expecting a lot worse. Maybe just from hearing you talk about it and everybody else mentioned it or whatever. JT talking about it, I was like, okay. And I was like, well, let's say it that bad, but I was like, maybe my expectations were way,
I got to get Rod to play the Malort commercial, the official Malort commercial.
Oh,
that goes out at some point.
That's like the fact of him liking it is kind of like you're talking about your chef. It was kind of like how I see people when they say they love Brussels sprouts, and I'm like, how do you love
Brussels sprouts?
But I'm like, to each their own. So
Chew sautés them in a port wine. And if they're sautéed in a port wine and slow cooked and they're really soft and stuff and that caramelizes a little bit, they're beautiful.
I was going to say, I've always heard people say that they're awesome as long as you get them cooked the right way.
Yeah, you have to get them cooked the right way.
Can we say that about anything, though? Can't we say that about anything, though?
No, you can't.
Right, so you're speaking about Bells?
Yeah, there you go. The Black Note Stout.
There you go.
Nice.
Doing it right.
It's like
I want to see what your today is.
Well, you'll like Spam. No, Spam is good if you cook it right. No, it's still Spam. I don't care how you cook it.
Too.
I like Spam right out of the can. You don't even have to cook it. I don't even care.
Actually, it was really cute. One year I couldn't come home for Thanksgiving and I missed it with my dad. And so the next Thursday I surprised him and showed up at his house with kind of like a mini Thanksgiving dinner. So I had like the boxed mashed potatoes, and I had the can of the cranberry sauce, and I had a can of green beans, and then I had a can of turkey Spam.
There's turkey Spam?
I was going to say, wait a minute. Turkey Spam.
So I made the turkey Spam with all the little fixings and stuff as a mini Thanksgiving for us because I couldn't make it home for the right one. So it was really cute, though. It was cute.
It's like,
I'm not worried about eating healthy, that's for sure.
Turkey Spam, we've gone too far.
And I used the drippings from the turkey Spam to make the gravy for the potatoes and stuff. Oh, I went all out. Like it was kind of adorable.
If I walk into a place and it's got turkey Spam,
turn around every time.
Not I'm out the door.
That also
it was like a really bad karaoke night.
For breakfast.
Yeah. Look at that turkey Spam. Would Malort work in a beer batter?
You know, I feel like it could work in a beer batter, but I would actually use it on like a bread batter instead, just because it's very herbaceous. It's kind of like that Underberg, like it has all the herb flavors, like herb saint, or not licorice, but it has a lot of those savory kind of weird things in it. And I think it would work in a bread batter for sure. Or not batter, but a bread dough.
Bread batter better.
Unless it's bitter. But you
what's
have to
up,
use
Bart?
butter. Hi, Bart.
Cheers, buddy. Great to see you, my friend. Happy Thursday to you. What up, Sue? Cheers, my friend. Good to see you as well, homie.
Hi.
Taking a little break from the COD action. That's how we be back. What you got stuff on the grill? You know, I know.
Oh, yeah.
Be
Yeah,
back.
gotta keep an eye on it. The grill master tonight as well. Dang it. Now everyone knows Emerson is Zach. At this point, they'll figure out Zach is Batman. Then
You know, I have not ever seen Emerson and Batman in the same place at the same time.
Right.
And I've never seen Emerson or Batman. So
yeah.
it's a hard sell. I'm sorry.
Well, it's funny, you know, in the comic book realm of things, you always think like when you watch it growing up as a kid or you watch it even as an adult, like you always have the secret identity for people, right? Like Clark Kent, Superman, Bruce Wayne, Batman, Peter Parker, Spider-Man, you know, but Tony Stark is like, F it, I'm Iron Man. What's up? What's up? Come at me, son. I mean, that's what I liked about his character. Like, I'm the one you want. Come at me. Like Iron Man was always kind of cool because he's like, that's just me, you know? So yeah. For the questionnaire, if the beer does not lose quality and it's affordable, I'll still buy it. Once it dies in quality, never again. Yeah, so that's the thing with the question. It's just if you seek it out, like a lot of us all still get the Goose Island, even though we're under a macro type thing, but it's not like, you know, I don't know. Some people wait in line. Some I don't wait in line for. I've never waited in line for it. Like if I see it somewhere, I end up grabbing it. But some people do go after it a little more heavy. So you can still enjoy it. It was just if you actually say, okay, like I saw a thing where Kevin Shark, he was looking to get Optimum, and they're not getting into California some of his spots out there because the distribution was so low. They pull from some of the stores they're putting it into. But that's a beer that people will search out for from Sierra Nevada. But if they were a macro, would you still kind of be seeking it out as much? Would you kind of be like, oh, I'll just get something else more independent? That was kind of the basis of the questionnaire.
I will admit, when I was in Scotland and I saw a Goose Island on the shelf of this one little shop, it was a burrito place of all things. It was a Goose Island 312 on the shelf. And I was like, well, shit, I gotta have a Goose Island in Scotland. I mean, how weird is that? They have it. I have to drink it. I can drink it at home, but it's here. Like, that's weird. All right. So, yeah, I'll admit, I did fall into the trap on that one, but otherwise,
I was gonna say, but it is a 312.
Yeah, I know. It's not one of my favorites, to be fair. I'm not super fond of that beer, but
That's just like an Instagram photo. I got 312 and I'm in Scotland. It's a 312 in my hand. Yeah.
A burrito place in Edinburgh, in like the older part of town, you know, like I'm like, why is there a Goose Island 312 here?
I mean, you got the 312, then Chew got what did he order there? They had it there to eat that time.
Oh God, he got nachos in an Irish
nachos
pub
in Irish, yeah, like you're in Ireland, and they had nachos, and it was like,
and he got it, and he was so excited, and I'm just like, dude, you literally had nachos 3 days ago, like made by, like,
but it's not nachos in Ireland,
but not
in Ireland, not in Ireland.
Well, no, it was in Scotland. That's our problem when we got there.
Oh, he got that in Scotland as well, not Ireland.
It was in Scotland.
Okay.
So we arrived in Scotland. We got our suitcases to the hotel. We walked out of our hotel, and we had 7 pubs in front of us, right there. 7 pubs. We were in the Grassmarket. It's a lovely area. 7 pubs in a row, and the first one we picked was called Biddy Mulligan's, and it was a freaking Irish bar. And so our first bar in Scotland was an Irish pub.
In Scotland.
On accident. It wasn't intentional, but that's what happened. So I ordered the lamb stew, and he ordered nachos because he's insane. And it was literally just like the like ballpark nachos. It had like the chips.
I
and
feel
then
like
the
there's a
sauce.
joke somewhere in there. Like an American walks into an Irish bar in Scotland and orders a Mexican nacho dish. I feel like there's got to be a joke
I know. I
somewhere.
feel like well, no, the joke was on me. I married that.
If there is, we're about to
Oh man. I was like, seriously? We're in an Irish place. You're gonna order nachos. You're insane. He's like, well, maybe they're on like
Man.
potatoes or something.
That's a good
No,
story.
they're just nachos, man. Oh, it was ridiculous. But a lot of lovely Irish college students did buy us several rounds of whiskey, so I'm not going to complain. It was a lovely
No.
evening.
Well, who doesn't want to play? Let's see if we can get the Americans drunk. Who doesn't want to be in that game?
Yeah, they were pleasantly surprised by how much it takes to get me drunk. That was
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, this is a story that came out just thinking of Scottish people. I think it was Germany, and they said one of the beers, Scotland was there, like a bunch of Scottish people, and it might have been for like one of the soccer matches or something like that. They drank the bar dry. Like the bar ran out of a beer, like the Scottish collection that came in. So if you ever think about going to a drinking contest against a Scottish person, you might want to prepare yourself.
I love it. I love it. No,
Yeah.
it was super fun over there. Like they were very insistent on us having whiskey, and Chiu hating whiskey, it just added to my enjoyment.
Yeah.
He
Well, you
can't
gotta do the
stand
whiskey. I mean,
at all.
you're in another country, you got to enjoy the stuff, right? You got to try the different things. So
Well, he
yeah.
wanted the Scottish beer. That's how we picked Scotland. I love whiskey. He loves beer, and
Yeah.
it was like, okay, that works. And they speak English. I mean, well enough that I could understand. He had a little trouble, but they speak English. So we were like, okay, perfect. We're done. It's not too hot. It's not too cold. We're good. We figured out a place. And
She's probably looking around like, why does everybody sound like Willie from The Simpsons?
I am so glad that when he gets drunk, he doesn't imitate people. That would have been so embarrassing.
Right?
I'm so glad he doesn't do that.
He did a Scottish accent, yeah.
I, on the other hand, have on occasion done that, but I did not in Scotland, I am pleased to say. I may have done it in the Caribbean once in a while, but I was really gone by the time that happened. So, yeah.
But for anybody that's a Star Trek fan, if you ever wanted to play Mr. Scott, what better place than doing it in Scotland after having a few drinks, you know? Hi, Captain.
I'll tell you what, if I ever make it to Scotland again, I'm going straight to meet Don from Don's Reviews.
Okay.
Man,
Yeah.
I adore him.
Don's pretty cool. I got to watch some of his videos. I got to get caught up on some of his
I
stuff.
know,
But yeah, Don's awesome.
He's wonderful. I did a whole bunch of collabs with him early on, and I just adore him. So, and he lives close to St. Andrews too, which is a beautiful area. Not too far from
nice.
Edinburgh. It's just gorgeous, and I so want to go see him in person because he's awesome.
Yeah, we should all take in how Todd added the tractor to his green screen back there. I don't know if you see that or not, but
No, the
look
tractor
at that.
was there last week.
Yeah, it looks like it's just
Yeah,
like a little. It's a new American like heritage green screen that Todd has now.
I mean, I got to make it more authentic, you know? Got
It's
to make
like
it a little more believable.
You just need a scarecrow back there now.
He's really trying to play up that Indiana spirit.
Yeah. Hooser. What's up, Unadapted? Something, ladies and gentlemen. We just want to know some beer. Remind me of some of the fragrance reviews I watch. Y'all into fragrance, cologne, perfumes, etc. You know, my wife got me a couple colognes my last birthday or whatever. I don't usually do it, but she got like some YSL with Yves Saint Laurent or whatever, some different things to try. And it's like, I'll do it here once in a while. But it's funny because when you're doing beer, you do have a thing where you're getting particular and you're pulling out notes and kind of stuff. So I can see the similarity where you would have it into that. Just like if you're doing food, just, you know, you watch some of the stuff like Diner, Driving, and Dives.
Oh, yeah.
Like some of the way Guy picks out some of the stuff in the food. We kind of do the same stuff with some of the beer and everything.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that's true.
yeah.
So I will admit, I'm not huge into the colognes and perfumes because my granny, who I loved dearly, actually this necklace was the last gift she gave me, but she wore white shoulders, and that's been around since like 1870 or something. It's been around for a really long time, and it is kind of a older style scent, very floral, very grandmother-esque, and that is the only perfume I will wear. I love that perfume. I won't wear it when I'm drinking beer, obviously, because it does affect my nose and my palate. I don't wear anything scented when I'm doing actual beer tastings, but when I'm going out just on a date or whatever, I'll put on Granny's perfume, and it just makes me happy. It's a good place
There
for
you
me.
go.
So unfortunately, I haven't really delved into the other perfumes.
Good little sentimental value. What about you, Todd? You a cologne guy? Shannon, do you hear
Uh,
perfumes?
I wear some, yeah. I mean, Shannon buys me some every now and again for like Christmas or whatever. And yeah, I've got some I wear.
Yeah.
Like I don't,
I
you
do
know, I'm
wear
not
Joop for Chew though.
dive into them
Chew doesn't.
a little bit. I do have some.
Okay. You said Chew doesn't wear any, or he does?
No. I mean, he doesn't wear a lot again because we do beer tastings a lot. But when he and I are going on a date or something, I get him. It's called Joop, Joop.
I had some.
I love that scent so much, and I just want him to wear it all the time, always, because he smells wonderful on that scent. So I do like that one.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same. It's kind of depends on what we're doing or where we're going. Whether I'm.
But women will usually buy scents for their men that they enjoy, rather
I had a
regardless of
bottle
how
of
the
that.
men feel about
Yeah.
it.
I
So
liked it too. I had a bottle of that.
it makes you want to get closer to them. That's what it's all about, right?
Well, yeah. Boom, chicka, ching, ching. Yeah. But does every scent work on the same on every body, though, too, right? Because they don't, from what I understand. So you might think a scent's going to be good, and what if your person puts it on and you're like, oh, that didn't work out, you know?
Yeah.
Body temperatures.
And then they start wearing it all the time, and you're like, oh, I wish they stopped wearing it. It doesn't work for that person. Like,
Oh my god.
I need to break that jar so they can't use it anymore.
For Christmas one year, he got a mini bottle of Dracar Noir, which everyone's heard of Dracar Noir, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
One of my exes used to wear that cologne, and she put it on once. I'm like, oh, hell no, sweetie. Oh, no.
PTSD
I'm getting
kicked
too
in.
many memories
Yeah.
right now. Never wear that again. Shower right now because I can't.
Trash
No.
can.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. So
My
yeah,
brother-
I think I never buy him something that someone previous wore, or that something that my dad wore. Oh, hell no.
Oh, yeah.
Stetson Sierra. Stetson Sierra. I'm like, oh, if you ever buy Stetson Sierra, it might be divorce worthy. I can't even remember.
I just imagine Chew being like, who's your daddy? And smelling like her dad. Like, that would be just a whole total, like,
That's horrifying. Like, you never want to smell like your wife's father. Like, it's creepy as fuck. Don't do that. Don't actually, guys, don't buy cologne on your own. Make sure she helps you because you want her to come to you.
Like, ooh, yeah, it smells like that. I mean, that would be weird. Like, oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
well, I thought Axe had the market cornered out there. I thought everybody was getting the Axe ones now. You see all the commercials.
You know, the Bath and Body Works has like a men's line. They have like the bourbon one and the water one. She will get those when the stuff's on sale, just as a kind of a spray to whatever, smell fine. But yeah, if he wants my attention, he wears Joop. Just saying.
Joop. Yeah, I was too old for like Axe and that stuff, so I never had to go through that thing.
Yeah.
I remember back in the day when Old Spice was being sold, and you're a young boy, you were like, Old Spice.
is what his
But
dad
you saw the
wore.
commercial and you were whistling.
Old Spice is what Chew's dad wore. So again, no Old Spice. Because I remember his dad smelling like that. I'm like, no. Can't do that. He wanted to get the body wash. I'm like, no, absolutely not. I can't have you walking around smelling like your father.
I mean, they're marketing the body wash a lot like crazy. There's a lot of advertising for it. It seemed like they're selling a lot of the body wash. So
yeah. Well, I'm a super taster too, so like the scents hit me harder than a lot of other people, and the taste, like you can't help it. And a scent or a taste will literally flood my brain with memories all the time. So we have to be careful.
like your Old Spice is in my mouth. Get it out of my mouth. Yes.
Now I'm going to bed.
Yeah. Smoked meats and their smells. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The smell of the grill.
Perfume though, you start attracting all the local dogs.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah, but the smell of the grill and stuff going, that does start getting you like salivating a little bit.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Brussels sprouts, the grape nuts of vegetables. Wait a minute, is it breakfast cereal now?
Oh man.
Sauteed ocean scallops in olive oil and chopped garlic, then add butter, golden
Oh,
brown on each
geez.
side of scallop. Don't dare overcook. Yeah,
Oh, you're killing
Yeah.
me.
those will be tasty. I like some scallops. I like the
Oh,
bacon wrap
that's
scallops too. The
literally
bacon wrap
killing me.
scallops. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
put the bacon around them. Yeah,
Oh yeah. Jeez. You guys are killing me, man.
yeah.
I
That makes
knew I
sense.
should have ate
Back in
before I
college,
was on the
when I used to cater, we'd have events and it'd be like, "Oh, we're going out there and serve the bacon wrap scallops." I'm like, "Oh, okay." You know, you go out there, you're walking around the room with them. I was probably 3 or 4 before I even left the kitchen. Like,
No, one more go. Oh,
I come back like 2 minutes. Your tray's empty already? Yeah, they went quick out there. Like, I'm behind the wall, like just.
Buddy
Well, the
around.
best thing is when they serve them one by one with the little toothpick through,
With a toothpick, yeah.
and then you find an actual skewer, and you like skewer 6 of them, and you're just walking around. Yeah, I got the good toothpick.
Yeah.
You got the scallop kebab. You're going.
Customer's like, "Can I get a bacon salad?" "I'll get to you in a second when I'm done." You wait your turn. Just kind of rude. Turkey spam, ground in mayo, and the jalapenos. Ooh,
That sounds good.
it's turkey spam. And no, it doesn't sound good. No, it's turkey spam. It's not even spam. It's turkey spam.
Damn.
It's not bad enough. It's bad enough you to knock it down to spam, but now you're knocking down to turkey spam.
Oh,
Can of hearts is in there.
God.
That's like that soda we talked about last week. That's like Starry. That's like the budget Sprite. Like, what is going on?
For someone who's so open to trying new beers, what's your problem with the foods, man?
I got no problem with the foods, but I'm just like spam. It's meat in the can. It's like it can't be good. It's meat in the
You
can.
gotta try it, though.
Malcus, he was on the bougie side of the tracks. That's why he didn't have spam or bologna or any of that stuff.
You open it up and there's like that gelatin in the spam cam. It's like, no, I can't get past even the gelatin that you see in there. Like, no.
It's like 8 Mile. I'm not going to 8 Mile. I'm on the other side.
That's right. Todd and I grew up in, Farmersville, middle of nowhere kind of shit. And we're like, oh, yeah, fuck, spam? Yeah. Fried bologna?
Yes.
Heck yeah. Are you
He had
kidding?
his first
And
fried
he's over
bologna
here like,
Beer
well,
Fest
I'm in a
Cincinnati
high rise, so
a few
no,
years
that's
ago,
not going to
so
work.
you know.
I've had the hot dog on a slice of bread. Didn't have to be a bun, so it was a slice of bread. So just saying.
You got the mac and cheese, though.
I didn't mac and cheese in a hot dog, no, but yeah.
Oh,
I had some friends back in the day, they would drink
I
like
love
sugar
it.
water. I don't know if you ever drank sugar water before, but it's like it sounds. It's just sugar and water.
Well,
And
that's
like you want some,
cool.
and they'd be like, "You want some?" No, it's no Kool-Aid. It's just sugar and water. And they'd be like, "You want some?" Like I'm like, "What?" Like it's just sugar water. Like
it's cool.
no, there's no flavor. It's just sugar in the water. And like yeah, like
it's
I'm
Kool-Aid.
good.
It's Kool-Aid Zero. It's what it is.
Kool-Aid Zero. That's right.
And then they have the wish sandwich with just 2 pieces of bread. Like they wish they had something in between. Like
Now, I did sugar water. I drank it once, but only because I did the thing where you have the stick across and the string hanging down to make rock candy.
I never. Yeah, I don't know about that. They didn't have that. They just had the sugar in the water.
But you've seen rock candy in the store, right? The sticks that have like the crystallized sugar with the colors and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I don't think I have. I mean, I may have, but it may not have been
Okay.
called that or whatever.
So, fun science experiment for anyone who's interested. You put about that, do it one of those little mini mason jars, but put about that much sugar and put a stick across with a string hanging down to where the sugar is. And over time, as the water evaporates, the sugar will crystallize onto the string. And when you pull it out, you have a string of like rock candy. It's kind of cute. It's fun. It's a fun little experiment
Interesting.
thing.
No, I haven't seen that before. But you just gave me an idea. Here's an idea.
Uh-oh. What's this going to be?
How about it's like for next week's show, or maybe not next week? We do it. If it doesn't mean next week, we can do it another time. What if we have a show where we do the gummies, and you do like the vodka? One can do vodka. One can do like tequila. One can do like general. Like have you ever made these before?
You said gummies. My mind went somewhere else.
Well, not those gummies, but you get gummy candy. You put it in a glass dish.
yeah,
You
Oh.
pour alcohol in and you let it soak in there for
yeah,
a
they
few
swear
days,
by it.
right? So we used to have a gummy show where we can do different flavors, like let's see what the vodka one tastes like, the gin, the kill, something like that. You know, that'd be kind of cool to do.
We used to do them with vodka.
Yeah,
I don't know. I mean, I guess
Up the juice.
it could be interesting.
I'm not opposed. I'll have
Yeah.
to. I don't know. I'll have to buy some liquor then. I don't buy liquor often. Again,
Just something. It doesn't have to be
work
next
at
week, but it could be
full
something
bar.
to do. That could be something pretty fun to do down the line.
I work at a place with a full bar, and every now and again I'll get a little micro pour of whatever's on the wall.
Yeah.
You know, just familiarizing myself with the stuff, of course.
Yeah,
but,
you, I mean,
It's all research. It's all research.
you at least want
you
the
know,
gummies to
for
soak for at
cocktail
least a
making,
week,
it kind of is.
Yeah, you want to do it for like at least a week to soak
least.
into it. Yeah.
a minimum.
Yeah.
I mean, or we could do Jello shots too. I'm just saying that could be something else to do. So Jello
we do
shots are pretty easy.
We do both.
Yeah.
I've never actually made those before.
I've never made them before, but I drank them. I've had them.
had a
I've had
lot.
them. Yeah. Yeah.
But
Which,
I've
as
never
we're in
made-
golf season, one of the worst spots, if anybody's got a thing they're talking about taking jello shot, don't take them out where you play golf, because that's like the worst thing when you're trying to find your golf ball. You just keep finding jello shot containers. We've had it happen at events I've been at before in the
Yeah.
past, and it sucks.
Our daughter made a whole tray of Jello shots for graduation, and they were pretty good.
Yeah.
Nice.
Some
You're like-
cherries, orange, like okay.
I was like, I need to do a little quality control. Let me try a couple of these, make sure they're good before we give them out to people.
Yeah, like, make sure you did it right.
Yeah.
Okay, you passed.
Bless you there.
I'm sorry. Sneezing is literally the most painful thing in the world when your back hurts.
Are you okay?
Oh, yeah. Well, there was an
that's
NFL
awful.
player that sneezed himself on the DL one year. I forgot who it was, but he sneezed and he was on DL because of the sneeze. He tried to hold it in or something.
I
like-
mean, does that really shock you though?
Huh?
well, this was like years ago, so it wasn't like now in the softness of the leagues. It was like it was actually like years ago when it happened. But yeah,
Like real day.
yeah,
Yeah, sneezing is
yeah.
definitely the worst.
That's never. I don't think when athletes are real athletes, but it's like, you know what I'm saying. It's kind of like they weren't doing the BS and also
Yeah.
yeah, or basketball. I'm taking the day out. Were you hurt? No, I just don't want to play today. Really?
I don't feel
Like,
it.
I mean,
It needs
are we
to be
pay-
time.
are we still paying you? Or are you like on PTO? Like,
Yeah, right. Yeah, you still pay me. I'm fine.
yeah. Which I was watching the game last night between the Mavericks and the Celtics, and as good as Luka is, he does not need to be whining about every little thing. It just hurts his game. It's like LeBron does some of the same stuff, but it's kind of
Yeah.
like
Yes.
it's like just play it. Like he was laid down and and it caused a fast break for the Celtics on the other end. It's just like, dude, like you never saw this before, like in the 80s and the 90s, and now all of a sudden you get these players that kind of whine about stuff rather than going out and play. Like, no, you don't get a participation trophy. Get out there and play the game. You know, it didn't go your way. Too bad. Get back into the game. It's just frustrating to watch.
Not anymore.
Yeah. And then when they don't even show up, it's like, oh, people have like been saving up to come to the game, and you're not even going to play. Like, yeah, I'm with Barkley on that comment. Like, get out there and play. Oh,
I remember.
your bias.
I remember a few
Us.
years ago.
Yeah.
There were some fans went to the Pacers game. They were there to see. I can't remember if it was LeBron or if it was like Durant or something. Like a couple big name players on the team, and it was whatever. Not for whatever reason, it was their night to sit out because they give them rest every now and again.
Mhm.
So the fans were trying to like get their money back because they're like, we paid to see these guys play, and they didn't even play. They
Right.
weren't hurt; they just didn't play. And like they was like, no, we're not giving you money back. We don't have no control over who plays and who doesn't play. So
Yeah.
it's like, it's like I get it, but it's like, man, you fork off over that kind of money to see certain players play and they don't play is like, that's kind of aggravating for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you expect me. I'm trying to figure out what Mal was trying to do in the background there as I was listening to you there.
I know. So
I was taking a drink of my beer, and you see all that sediment in there?
Yeah, that is some sediment
So
down
I
the
saw
bottom.
it. I saw that. I was like, what the heck's in there?
It almost looks like sand almost. Like
no,
on
it's
the
just
screen.
some sediment in the bottom, but I was like, what is it? Like, the glass was clean, right?
Yeah.
I started guessing Chu's dishwashing skills for a second, and then I was like, no, it's good. We're good.
Just a little bit of yeast at the bottom or whatever.
I don't mind sediment in my beer. That doesn't bother me, but I was like,
Yeah.
was the glass clean? Oh my God.
Hey, people pay extra dollars for that at GNC. So yeah, we get it free with the beer. Yeah.
So yeah, I just had a little moment. I'm good.
Cheers, Kettle. Kettle finished some grilling some ribeyes and bacon wrap
See?
asparagus.
Heck yeah. Oh, that sounds fantastic.
Yeah, if you guys haven't checked out Kettle, make sure to check him out. He puts up a lot of the shorts and stuff when he's always grilling and drinking some things. But asparagus isn't one I've gotten into. Now, you might be able to trick me there with the bacon wrapped around it because I haven't seen that before. But yeah,
So good. It's
I love
so
some ribeyes.
So good.
Mhm.
Then you do the bacon wrapped jalapeno poppers too.
And see, I'm all on that. I'm on board with that. Yeah, that
Yeah.
definitely works.
Oh yeah.
Ribeyes my favorite.
Connection issues switched to oh, you got some stuff happening. You got any weather up there, maybe?
Well, I'm sure she has weather. Just we don't know what. Kind.
Weather issues. Luckily, you're not in Miami and Florida right now. They're like flooding out of certain areas. Like what? But I mean, we kind of knew at some point Florida's going to be underwater, probably. So it's kind of like, hey, here's your sign. You might want to start thinking about moving sooner or later.
I'm sorry, Rod. You live in Baltimore, right?
Yeah.
Right on the coast?
No. We're inland. I'm in the harbor. We're inland.
Still not.
We don't have
that sea level. I don't think. Right?
Chesapeake Bay. We're good. Yeah. No, we're good here.
Are y'all having the shark problems there like everybody else?
No, because they'd have to swim up from the ocean and get into the bay for us. So no, we're good. But if somebody jumps on the harbor and there's a shark in it, that's on them because like nobody should be jumping in the harbor anyway. So
I just mean just in general, like in the area.
Yeah. I think as you get to the Ocean City area, I don't know if they've had anything. There's nothing on the news where they've had anything yet, but I'm telling you, as the water gets warmer, it's going to increase. We're going to see more sharks. And I told somebody earlier today, we need to stop calling it a shark attack because the shark's not really attacking. The shark's just being a shark. Yeah. We walk into their environment.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know, so we're the stranger into it. They're just trying to figure out what the hell is going on. You know. So yeah.
They're like, hey, that looks interesting. I wonder if it's tasty. No, not really. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, that's literally all they're doing.
That's all they're doing. And
it's like somebody at a company party. I wonder if that's tasty. Not really. Okay, bye.
That's why you go to Lake Michigan because there's no sharks there at all. So you know.
No. It's like people that go to like safaris or whatever, and something happens and they get attacked by one of the animals, and they try to go kill an animal. Why are you killing an animal? The animal didn't do anything.
No.
Obviously, the person got out of their car and did something they shouldn't have done. Probably that led to it, right? So yeah.
Actually, great book, Death in Yellowstone, chronicling all the deaths that have happened in Yellowstone since they've been recording it. Great book. Teaches you all the things not to do when you go there.
Well, the thing is, you shouldn't need a book to know, like, hey, let me go over here, stand next to this bison, and try to get a selfie.
Right.
It's a wild animal.
Put your 3-year-old child on its back for a picture.
Yeah.
Because that happens.
I mean, I'm like,
you know what? The kid was fine. Dad wasn't.
No.
Dad did not make it. But the kid was okay. So.
I'm like Betty White in the what was that movie with the alligator? She's like, I'm rooting for the gator, like that Lake Placid. She's like, I'm rooting for the gator. Like, you know, people do these stupid. I mean, these are people that are Darwin contestants. They're going out there challenging the thinking of humans and
wanted some food. He saw a thing and said, "Hey, I wonder if that's tasty." And he was like, "Hey, that kind of is cool."
Yeah, I mean, it's sad to see sometimes. There was a video that came out a few years back where. I don't know why this would ever happen. Like, do you not know where you're at? Like a guy and his wife or girlfriend got in an argument. They were in the middle of like a safari thing in Africa or like that. And the wife was on the passenger side, got out the car to walk around to the driver's side and basically got taken away like by a cheetah and then unfortunately ended up killing her. But it's like, why would you get out the car? Like, there's no argument in the world that makes you think, I'm going to get out the car in the middle of this freaking...
Yeah, that seems like a good idea. Let's do
that. Yeah.
No, that's awful.
It's like some of the American thinking, not the American, but just the human thinking at times is like, what didn't click there to think you can actually do something like that? So...
And then you have to think, so what's going through her mind while she's being mauled to death? Probably ouch. Yeah. But for him... He has to live with the fact that they fought and she got out the car because they were fighting.
Well, he tried to make a move to go get her, and then he realized what he was doing, and he got back in the car.
Sorry, babe. Sorry about your luck.
He tried to go for a second, and then he jumped.
Self-preservation thing that kicked in. Sorry, babe.
He's
And I
like,
don't-
"There's
I-
no
on
there's
this
no
one."
reason to both of us going down, so it's like it's all good.
and I don't say it to make fun of the people. I'm just saying there's a lack of like critical thinking that people have or something that where it's just like, do you not realize where you're at? Do you realize this isn't the time to try to do something like that and everything? It's just like, yeah.
Well, Darwin Awards, what was the guy in New York who kept, there was a big picture window in the office building, like a whole bunch of stories up, and he kept throwing himself against the window and saying, look how strong these windows are. It's great. And everyone was like, stop doing that. What's wrong with you? And he finally did it, and the window gave way, and there
No, he was.
There he goes.
there he wasn't.
Yeah.
You know? It's like,
Yeah.
just don't do dumb things.
Like,
Don't do dumb things. Don't do dumb things. All right.
Honestly, just today, I went to the mechanic shop. I dropped Chew off at work. I did a couple errands out and about. I saw at least 6 different Darwin moments of people driving. Luckily, they weren't involving me directly, but I witnessed 6 different moments where people did really stupid things in their cars.
Mm.
And 6 in one day is a lot. I usually don't
That's
see
a lot.
that many. And I was just like, what is happening today? Is it a full moon? What is going on? So I was like, I'm getting home. Like, I'm not dealing with this. People are nuts today. So, yeah. But you see it sometimes where just people are stupid. I mean, I almost saw a bicyclist get completely run down by a Jeep. I mean, just it was nuts today. So I don't know what's up, but holy crap. I'm like, nope, going home. Bye.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes you just question the thought process of some people nowadays when you see things happening.
Here's your sign.
Right? That never goes out of style. Never goes out of style.
Those were fun.
Vanessa says hi to Everson there. Saute Brussels sprouts and olive oil and garlic too.
Amazing.
Vanessa Brussels sprouts and garlic butter are the best. I can't mess with the Brussels
But you
sprouts.
gotta have the lid on so it like really soaks in there, you know? It's slow cooked, lid on, really soak up those juices. So good.
Vanessa says add butter after you cook them in oil and garlic.
Oh yeah.
Now, and for those of you just tuning in, we're now in the Julia Childs hour, so we're talking about recipes.
That's right. This is the 9 o'clock cooking hour. So
Hey, if
Come
you're
out holding
sauteing,
a pitchfork,
if you're
Todd. Yeah,
sauteing
pitchfork.
spam,
Yeah.
if you're sauteing spam, you need to use Worcestershire. I'm sorry, you have to use Worcestershire sauce. If you're ever sauteing spam, you must. It makes it so much
I'll
better.
have to try that.
Ooh,
It's so good.
cast iron skillet. Cast iron, yeah.
Cast
We
iron.
got a cast iron. It was kind of like we got. I was like, do we really need cast iron? Can make a difference, but the whole thing is like, when I grilled, I used it more, but like you definitely got to season it, which I didn't realize what seasoning was until we got the cast iron, and it's like the way you got to do it and set it up and everything. But yeah, and that'll last forever. So
yeah. I mean, as long as you take care of it, you have to take care of it.
Right.
But if you
long
have a rusty cast iron, you can save that sucker, and don't you dare throw away a rusty cast iron. You can save that.
Yeah.
Do not give that up.
I mean, unless it's like an object and you killing your spouse, I mean, you can keep it forever because, like, I think some women have used it against their husbands in the past to knock them out, hit them with a cast iron skillet.
If they pick it up, like,
And then, like, we need the cast iron skillet. That's evidence now. Like, but I like that cast iron skillet. We can't have it now.
You
yeah, like,
take
that's-
that.
You
Yeah.
gotta take it away from you.
The mouse
Yeah.
said not to throw them away. I'm like, well, I can't help it. I have to.
But there's a sweet store O'Malley, RP Granny. Shalimar is another good granny scent you may like. There you go.
I don't like only granny scents. I'm just saying I smell it and I remember her. So I just buy the one. I don't buy anything else. So
Cast iron. There you go. Several types using the grill. Yeah, I mean cast irons, like that's the one. I wore Old Spice and drank Old Style. So there you
Hell
go.
yeah.
And he shopped at Old Navy, I bet.
it sounds like he's being OG to me.
Yeah. Breaded fried spam, Rob. Come on, Big Daddy. Come
Big
on,
Daddy,
man. How are you bread and fried spam? Come on, son.
It's funny you just said it. 'Cause I was getting ready to say that before you brought that comment up. I saw like a TikTok or something. They sliced it like little cubes, like fried cube, whatever, and then they breaded it and deep fried it. I was like, oh man, it looks amazing. I'm gonna have to try that. So
I'm sorry.
There you go. All right, Big Daddy.
I'm sorry, Rod. Did you just ask how are you breading it? Because come on, an egg wash and batter.
I mean, I know how to bread stuff. I'm
All right,
saying, but
all right.
the bread and deep fry spam.
Sounds amazing.
That's
Oh
what
my
I'm
god.
thinking too.
Mind is blown on that one. Like,
I
yeah.
have never breaded spam, but now I want to so
I
bad.
saw that last night and I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to try that. That looks good. And then all of a sudden you see the comment, I'm like, no, that's a sign. I have to do it. I have to do it.
You know what? I want to get one of those shake and bakes, the shake and bake things, and use that as the breading,
Oh, there you
but with a
go.
little beer in it.
As I hear all the spam thing, all I keep thinking,
Spam, 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 spammity, spam.
oh,
spam.
my
no,
button
not
won't work.
Uh-oh.
that. Uh-oh.
Oh, my button. I had my fake news.
You are
It's not.
you are this.
Whoa,
Oh,
what the
wait,
hell?
wait, what?
Wow.
Where'd that come from?
Easy
No,
there, Don. Easy,
no,
easy.
I might be
You got
fake news,
excited
but
on
you're
that.
an alien. What just happened?
I'm excited on that one.
Woo!
I mean, he was a little late, I guess, because of all the 34 felony counts. Took him a little time to get caught up there. Like, come on, Don.
Oh my god! No, we're not talking election, man. I cannot even remotely. I can't.
Oh, I'm not talking election. Although here in Maryland, we got like the former governor running for senator. He's already running ads, and like it's not even till November. Why are we seeing so many ads already?
I can't.
Yeah.
Even, I can't.
Yes. Now the gummy bears and the vodka, I've done that before, and they were pretty tasty. They get all big and fat and stuff too.
Yeah.
Jello shot show, Vanessa says. There you go. And the dad said, "Man, we were so poor, we wouldn't have Kool-Aid sometimes. We had Weilers. We talked about Weilers before. Weilers was the knockoff Kool-Aid. It was like from Wild. Yeah,
That's
it was
some
like
wild back in that's some wild back in the day, too.
yeah, well, it was Kool-Aid. And it's funny because you think as a kid, you'd be over there like drinking it. Is this Kool-Aid? And they'd be like, does it not taste like Kool-Aid? Like, this ain't Kool-Aid. Like, no, it's Weilers, man. Oh, okay. Now I got you.
That reminds me of another powder drink. Did y'all ever drink Tang?
Yeah, but Tang was an orange drink. That was in the morning though. That was kind of like,
I know, but it was still like,
yeah,
even supposedly the astronauts invented it or whatever. But
yeah. I like some Tang.
I
No,
got
Tang's
so
good.
excited.
Wait a second. I like the Tang. I mean,
Ew.
Tang. Never mind. Anyway,
I got super excited.
that works too. Yeah.
I got super excited when I got to try Capri Sun in the pouch. You remember the
Mm,
pouch thing?
Oh, yeah.
Capri Sun. Yeah.
I was like, holy
You put the
crap,
straw
this
into the
is like
pouch. Yeah.
Space age, what is going on? And then you'd have it and you're like, it's juice. And then you start, it's juice.
Yeah.
I'm good. Thanks.
Yeah. When you were a kid, that was the thing. But then when you were older and you were like an adult, and then you found out Franzia had a tap on the wine. You're like, I just drink it straight from the tap. Just drink it straight from the tap. Don't even put it in the glass. Just crack the tap and just go.
And to be fair to Franzia, that's better than getting those 2-gallon glass jugs of wine. Like,
Right.
no better wine than that. Like,
I'm sorry, Ernest Gallo, but I am going Franzia tonight. Yeah.
yeah.
That's what she
That's
used to
right.
drink wine. She used to drink wine all the time, and she liked the stuff in the box.
Yeah.
Like even the
You
fancy
know-
bottles. She's like, no, I'll just have my Franzia or the what
The
was
box
there was
stuff
another
ain't
one.
bad. It's not
I mean, you had the spigot on it. It was good to go. You were just like, yeah.
Well,
You
right
know,
now,
you
it's the
pass the
funniest
bag
thing.
around.
It's the funniest thing as we're heading into like the busy season. All of my vendors have been, trying to get me to, switch over to them for this, that, or the other thing. So they keep showing up at my tap room with like all these free, wine things. And I had a lady come yesterday with like 7 different tequilas for me to try. I'm like, God, I got a hard job. But,
All right.
yeah,
I can make a little bit of time. We'll make a little bit of time to try these tequilas. Yeah.
So yeah, I made a little bit of time and I tried the tequilas and I didn't get my staff schedule out yet, and I need to do that tomorrow on my day off, unfortunately. But that's okay. But yeah, so yeah, they're coming in and they're bringing in wine in cans and wine in boxes and all these different things. I'm like, Jesus Christ! All right, sure, let's go. Let's do this.
Oh, I like that. I like that idea, Ken. Watermelon Jolly Ranchers and vodka.
There you go.
I didn't. Yeah, that could be something to try as well. I do got some Jolly Rancher candies
Sounds
here.
good.
Fred's in the house. What is up? Cheers, homie. Great to see you, my friend. Awesome. You missed it earlier. I was sharing some of the new bucket hats in the store. You would look cool with a bucket hat, my friend. I'm just saying.
Nice.
So, yeah. This is Hey Trez. Hey Vanessa. Oh, we got barbecue with Neil. Welcome. Appreciate you being here, Neil. Cheers and happy Thursday to you as well. And first time here, so great to have you on board, I believe. And if you didn't know,
We like spam.
Champagne or girly drinks, we drink beer
How's
and
that?
beer and beer. No champagne or girly drinks, we drink beer and beer.
so that's what we kind of do. And then we have fun, talk about some of the stuff heading into the week. Hopefully put smiles on people's faces and get set for the weekend. I gotta get another beer here in a second. As a matter of fact.
I do too. It's my turn first. Ha ha ha. Because it takes me forever. Okay.
Ladies first. All right.
I'm not fast.
You need your handicap
It might
sticker.
take you longer.
I'm getting there.
Somebody get her the blue sticker. About the Balti Shore in about a year or two. You go to Baltimore? Let me know if you come up unadapted. He's a Balti Shore. What's up, Tennessee Bushcracker in the house? Cheers. Welcome, my friend. Great to have you as well. So love having some of the new people definitely in the house tonight. And yeah, Thursday, 8 o'clock, we come on, do like a happy hour, talk about some of the things. We talk about some of the beer type things and other things, and we try to keep it fun and interesting and all that kind of good stuff. So great to have you here, buddy. Emerson says, sup, Trez. What's up, back to E? Gotta love it. Yeah, it's just, you know, and I said this years ago, and Todd knows it, like, it's kind of like, I felt like over the years, we've definitely been having less critical thinking of people. So it's kind of like, what is going on? And I want to say, like, I want to say it's education. I mean, we all know the education system has been suffering a little bit there, but it seems like it's even more than that. It's just like, just common sense shit. Like, you don't even need to read a book. Like, there's just common sense shit that people don't even do. Like, I don't know.
You're
It's
right.
kind of weird. Yeah.
Just second nature. You should already know that. Do we have to teach it to you now?
Right.
I
we should have
guess.
known. We should have known when kids were eating Tide Pods. Like, seriously, do we have to tell you why you don't eat the Tide Pod? Do we need to tell you that? Do we need
Class on this now? What the hell's going on here? I didn't teach you.
And we should have stopped. We should have stopped it when they were doing a dancing video, jumping out of cars, and the cars are moving. Like, what are you doing? You're trying to do a dance move, and the car is moving. You're going to hit somebody, or you're going to wreck the car. Get your ass back in the seat. Like, we should have stopped it earlier. So maybe part of it's on us. Maybe part of it's on us for not acting earlier. We kind of let it just keep growing. Tennessee says, I've had a lot of idiots around here in Nashville failing miserably as drivers. Yeah. Well, I see it here in Baltimore all the time. And I feel like it's between the different states because I tell you, when I will tell you, when I went to Virginia, I'm going to say Virginia's a contingent that drives here as well. And I think that Virginia's definitely has some issues on how they let people get driver's license because it was just like, you just don't do some of the stuff they actually do. It's just like terrible. It's like, yeah, the speed limit says 70 on the highway. You're in the left lane. That doesn't mean you go 70 when you're backing up. Like if you look in your rearview mirror and you see 8 cars behind you, common sense wise, you should be like, maybe I need to get over because all these cars are riding my ass. And then you see all these cars, and then you see people from the right that kind of zoom in front of you. You would think that'd be another sign. You're in the wrong lane, my friend. So I don't know why people can't figure that stuff out.
You know,
right.
that guy in that car that's doing that is a off-duty cop, right? Who's just trying to slow people down to piss them off, right?
I've actually
You know
seen them.
that's happening,
I've
right?
actually seen one of the YouTube videos where a cop pulled over that person in the left lane, and he's like, "Well, I was going to speed limit." He's like, "Yeah, but that's not how it works." He's explaining to the guy, "You're going to go with the flow of traffic, and if you're going just the speed limit, then and when you have people come from the right, that's more dangerous.
Yeah.
That's for passing. If you're not passing and you're going that slow, you need to move over."
You need to be over in there. Yeah. You need to be
Yeah.
there.
But maybe I took a different driving test than some of the people out there. I don't know. But I feel like everybody should have had the same driving test because we're all on the road together.
All right, one of you boys needs to get a beer.
Yes, I would get a beer. Well, Todd, you get a beer, and then I'll get a beer after you get a beer.
Okay.
I'm having.
And twist my arm. I guess I'll go then.
Did he drink that black note that quick? By the way, he drank it pretty quick.
Jeez,
Not
yeah,
yet.
he did.
I mean, just a little bit left.
Just a little bit. All right,
I mean,
50
I need
Cent.
to get one
All
on
right.
deck, you know.
All right, 50 Cent. Just a little
Okay.
bit.
All right, I'm having Lena Brewing Company. It's a Drunkleberry.
Drunkleberry. Oh, Drunkleberry.
But it is a black raspberry Dunkelweizen. So dark wheat beer with the black raspberry, which isn't that just blackberry? I don't know. I don't
probably.
see a baby. There's 4.5. So this is a baby one, but I'm good. I still have some of that medication in my system, so I'm trying not to go too crazy. But
You're doing all right.
The lovely face on my cup before I fill this up with a dark beer, and you can't see it anymore.
There you go.
Oh no!
There wasn't much to do. All the bowling alleys had been wrecked. So as I spent most of my time looking for beer.
I don't know what that came in. I just, bowling alleys are wrecked. But you got the beer. Oh, look at that. You got a head on that one, too. It looks good.
So when Lena Brewing Company made this, first of all of their brewers are from Germany. Second of all, they came here because they wanted to use adjuncts and do weird shit, and they didn't feel like they could back home. So
that damn rice came out. Yeah.
They were doing a Dunkelweizen, and this one was an accident, actually. The Drunkleberry was an accident when they made it the first time, and since then it's become one of their top sellers. So, because it's just this fruity, lovely, it's like one of the fruited wheat beers, but like darker and heavier and just fun. It's so good. And she was going to be mad that I drank the last one.
I mean, that's on you. That's on you.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Oh, nice.
That's good.
What did you get, Todd?
Sweetwater.
Oh, here's a Sweetwater train. Oh, 420. Because I got high. Because I got high. Because I got high.
Wait, was that G? Yeah. That's a good one. I mean, it's a little skunky, but man, that's good.
It was a little mixed pack I bought a couple weeks ago.
Very nice. Well, I'm going to go grab one here, but Todd can talk about that one there.
Well, I'm not ready for it just yet because y'all.
What? Tell them about the black note. Then you didn't talk about the black note, really.
We're supposed to take turns, Todd. What were you doing? You're slacking.
What were you doing, Todd? Come on, Todd.
What do you mean?
Did I freak you out there? Woo! I got a lot of buttons. I'm pushing buttons over here. I'm pushing buttons.
That's funny.
You know what?
That all the
Go
time.
get your beer, Rod.
I mean, you know what happens?
I drank a beer. I drank another beer. 3 beers. 4 beers. Oh no. 5 beers. 6 beers. 7 beers. 8 beers. 9 beers.
So, I mean, it happens, right? So, there you go.
Happens.
1 beer, 2 beers,
Yeah.
3 beers.
Yeah, the count.
Yeah, Sesame Street for beer.
So this one, I don't think I did say. This one is 11.4%. This is the old black note, but
I don't think I've ever tried the black note. What's it like?
have you not really?
No, I don't think I've tried that one.
Yeah, they're good.
Well, I mean, the brewery is good, but I've never
I was
had that one.
talking about like chasing beers and stuff. I remember way back when that was kind of a beer like, oh, they got it, we need to go get it. But now it's not that hard to get anymore when it comes out. I mean, it's seasonal, I guess, but 11.4%. I'm not sure what this one is. I'm getting ready to drink. 6%, I guess. Oh no, wait a minute. Might be the strain. 420 strain. I guess 6% ABV. All right. It's pretty good though.
Back today.
Have you had that one before, Mel?
What, the
420?
G13? Oh yeah. I've had the G13, and there were two others of the 430s, or 420s, sorry. There was a G14 and there was something else. I tried a couple of them because I kept going down to Atlanta to see, like, I've been to Atlanta a few times to see, like, Brian the Beer Snob and Blue Ice, and each time there's a Sweetwater at the airport. So of course we have to stop and drink at the airport before we go anywhere else. So
Well, there was went to the beer fest with Rod in Cincinnati, and they had what's the guy that House of Pain, the dude that the main singer and rapper for them. I think it was House of Pain. Rod
is going to know, but I don't have a name for you. I'm sorry.
They had like a strand of beer after him at the beer fest.
I mean, House of Pain is what people called me in college, but that's besides the point.
You know. What the heck is, I forget what the hell his name is now. And I could be totally wrong. It may not have been House of Pain, but that's what sticks in my mind for some reason. And I don't remember what the strand was, but it was a beer that they made after him or one of the rappers. I can't remember which one. I think it was him. B something. I forget what his name is.
Rod's definitely going to know the answer to this. Unfortunately, I'm afraid I'm blanking on that one.
Let's see.
I don't think I knew any of their names. Oh, someone's breaking out the phone. Here it goes.
Yep, I'm going to have to look it up now and see.
I have to put my phone away while I'm doing this show. Otherwise, my work will text me for things. So I don't have a choice.
I want to say Be Real, but I haven't looked it up yet, so I don't know if that was his actual name or not.
What are you talking about?
So you remember when we was in the beer fest and we had that strand, Sweetwater strand that was after? Was it House of Pain, the rapper in House of Pain?
No, it was Be Real from Cypress Hill.
Oh, Be Real.
Be Real. You had the name
right.
Okay. So
Yeah.
Cypress Hill, yeah.
But that was like the special edition one they did from the 420 series.
Right, that's what I'm talking about, because the next one I'm drinking is,
That's the regular one, yeah.
Yeah.
G13.
That made me think of that when I was like, we were talking about different strains. I was like, well, they had the one there at the beer fest, but I couldn't remember what it was. I said Be Real, but then I was saying House of Pain.
I was going to
We
get
knew
like
that you know the answer, Rod.
well, I mean,
You've probably met most of them, so.
I've never met them from the West. I never met like Cypress or anything like that. But yeah, big fan of Cypress Hill though.
Oh, yeah.
What was I going to say? Oh, so I was going to get a shit beer, but then you guys were like coming up with the good beer, so I'm like, well, shit, let me just get a beer here. And if it was a good beer and I like it, then I just like it, and we'll go from there. But I'm going to actually barrel age Baltic Porter.
Ooh.
Yeah. So this is
Forever and forever.
barrel aged Valhalla. Valhalla. Yeah. From
Hey,
Bolero
there ain't no
Snort
Hollaback
Brewery.
Girl.
Holla back.
Yeah, there ain't no Hollaback Girl.
Bolero Snort Brewery. And this one here, 10% ABV. And I got this, I think, in New Jersey when I got this one a while back. So, trying to see here. Trying to see where it's brewed at. I think it was New Jersey.
Oh, it gets hard to see on there sometimes.
Well, it's like all this small little print they put on the side. Everything they blow up here, but then on here it's like all
You're right.
Yeah, it's like come
It's
on.
there. Well, I couldn't see it. What do you mean it's there?
Shout out to RIP Greg's Beer Reviews, but come on, guys.
Now, don't you wish it was still daylight behind you? You'd have a little more light to read that can by.
Probably not, because I got the old man readers on right now, so it's just like. But I do have Untapped here. I can take a look.
Goodness.
There you go.
I
I'll line
can-
it up for you. It'll be
Valhalla barrel A's. I've never had anything from this brewery, so I'm kind of interested to see how it tastes. 9.5 ABV. They are out of Carlstadt, New Jersey. Average Untapped rating 3.99, so pretty decent. Only 78 people have checked this one in. So
Now, how would they pronounce that town name in New Jersey?
Carlstadt. I'm from New Jersey. So what are you asking me here? It's Carlstadt.
Isn't there an accent supposed to be in there somewhere?
I'm South Jersey. I'm in North Jersey. I'm not the hard one like North Jersey. I'm South Jersey.
I thought you were gonna go like Boston, like
Yeah.
just.
Say, I'm gonna go over to Brooklyn. No, you say South Jersey, like, I'm gonna go up to Brooklyn. North Jersey, go to Brooklyn. So it's a little bit different. So
It's
yeah.
okay. All I got is the Bears.
Bears.
And Chicago.
I was south of the Sopranos. And the only thing that I don't like to have to deal with, and you know, at one point I was a fan of them, but now when you have to open them, the damn wax tops. I'm not a fan of all the wax tops. Like that
I
takes a
know.
little bit of time.
That suck. Like, why would they ever do that?
Yeah.
Well,
So it's
to
like-
stop the beer from going bad. I mean, they're doing it to make sure the seal stays, but
Yeah, but it's a pain he has to get
it's a
into,
pain.
though.
I know.
You ain't thinking about that when you're trying to actually drink it. You're like, son of a bitches, what are you doing?
Like the old Michael Myers, talks amongst yourselves.
Oh man.
Damn wax top. Yeah. And you gotta wax everything. Well, sometimes you go like, no.
Oh. We can hear about your neuroses another time, I think.
That's a decision that's made by that individual, you know. Wax on, wax off. Daniel, son.
We just went super inappropriate, folks. Just so you know.
Mr. Miyagi, you told me you're going to teach me karate. All I do is paint it out.
We are
I
only
did-
on beer number 2, folks. This is what happens on this
This is beer
channel.
this is number 3 for me. Are you on 2 only?
I'm on 2.
I did the Kuvi earlier,
I
so
had
that was
the
2.
Jack's Tears, and then I had the Lena.
What was the ABV on the first one?
7.
Yeah, so you're just getting back into the swing of things.
Well, yeah, I was doing all NA last week. I was on medication. I couldn't
I'm
have
about to start
alcohol.
the third one, so, you know.
We all got excuses, right? I'm on the third ones. I'm just saying you're a little bit behind back there. We're lapping you, Mal. We're
My
lapping you.
excuse was muscle relaxants. That was my excuse because oh hell no.
Oh, I didn't put my spinner over here. I used to have a spinner. I didn't have the spinner out tonight. Oh, no, that's all right. No, nobody noticed the spinner tonight, so we're good to go. Comments. We got JT's in the house. Cheers, my friend.
JT.
Tennessee said, "Y'all want recipes? I can hook you up. He got so many good recipes there." Yeah.
Oh, TN
Which-
Bushcracker has some amazing recipes.
Yeah.
Just-
So there you go.
Woo.
I kind of miss like going to Gatlinburg a little bit now after moving.
Actually, he won our giveaway. He got a box of stuff for me and Chew after we did our Midwest tour.
Nice.
Yep.
I haven't been to Gatlinburg in a
Deep
while.
fried Brussels sprouts in the balsamic glaze ain't the one our mom's made raw. Different and awesome.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
I don't know. You got to sell me on that. I was like, but it's Brussels sprouts. Brussels sprouts and spam.
That balsamic glaze, man. Oh,
I made beef tonight using balsamic vinegar, but it's Brussels sprouts and it's spam.
I don't understand, man. You just
I mean,
don't get it.
I feel like you get that plate, they're gonna try to slide in some cauliflower mashed potatoes. Like, who came up with that idea to say
I know, right?
cauliflower could be mashed potatoes? Like, no, you try to trick me on that.
It's still
like, yeah.
cauliflower. It doesn't matter how you mash it up.
Yeah, I tasted it and I was like, this is still cauliflower. I don't care how you do it. It's like the vegan nights that are vegans, and they're like, oh, it tastes just like the real thing. Like, this does not taste like any sugar cookie I've ever had. It tastes like some.
I've always enjoyed cauliflower, so like if you do the deep fried breaded and then do the buffalo sauce on them, oh
Yeah.
heck yeah, it's delicious. I like cauliflower.
Or deep fried cauliflower. It's got-
I've seen a Diamond Drive. They try to do like, he goes to these places and they're like vegan and it's like cauliflower steak. Like, no, it can't be a cauliflower steak. It can't be. It just
Steak
no.
and cauliflower don't belong in the same word.
No, what is it? The brewery that does Vanilla Bitch Slap. Pig
I have
Minds.
not seen that one. Okay.
Pig Minds Brewing Company in Rockford, Illinois. They have the full menu and it's all vegan. I have been there, I'd say 3 or 4 times, and their food is really good. Like, I've really enjoyed their food.
Yeah.
The beer's great too. I mean, they do a
Yeah.
really nice job with the beer, but the food is surprisingly good. And I never thought I'd like vegan. I was like, okay, well, I'll try whatever this is. And I tried it.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, hey, that's not bad. I was very pleasantly surprised by Pig Mind's food choices in Rockford, Illinois. Got to check them out. They're amazing.
I should say, I wouldn't be able to do vegan because there's some side dishes I'm sure vegans do that I could easily do and be fine with as far as appetizing. It's just some of the crazy stuff I'll see that I'm like, oh, and this is like our vegan burger. Like, no, it's not vegan burger because you can't. It's like we're gonna have to go back to the almond, right? We're gonna go have to go back. You can't call almond milk. It's nut juice. You just need to come up with your own terminology. You can't say like a vegan burger.
I feel like I did a vegan lasagna.
Roger, did you just say
I
nut
think I had
juice?
a vegan lasagna there, and I was really impressed. Like, because
But it's a burger. You can't have vegan and burger in the same thing. It's just like,
well, yeah, but if you think about lasagna, it's ricotta cheese and meat with red sauce and pasta, right? But you can't use cheese either. But it was really good. It didn't taste exactly like lasagna is supposed to taste, but I was really
no, because it's vegan.
You don't think?
It's vegan.
It tasted good. I'm sorry.
Ooh. Speaking of tasting good, this tastes pretty good actually. Dark fruits. Kind of I'm gonna say like it's gonna say like here, like, oh, that don't sound good. Like prune, like kind of a prunish type feel. Fig, plum,
The pitted fruits. It's
licorice.
lovely.
Yeah. But some people are like, oh, prune, I'll be going to the bathroom all night. Like, no, that's not what I mean with the prune. Like it's like, different in beer. So
You get the
but
dates and the prunes and the pomegranates and the
no, this is really nice and easy one to drink. 9.5.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, nice little bit of a refreshing quality to it as well. It is for 9.5. I feel like it's a little bit distilled from Paul there, a little bit of a lighter. I wouldn't say fully thin, but it's got definitely a little bit more lightness than I was expecting. I expected to have a little bit more body to it, but it's tasty. I mean, Baltic Porter, I'm down with it. Which, if you don't know that or watch it, Baltic Porter is actually a lager. It's not like a porter ale, so it's kind of a little different in how it's actually done. Which I do have some of the ones from Jack's Abbey's I need to drink too. Their beers are phenomenal on the lager side, but I'm digging this one here. This is good.
I'm kind of looking forward to when we do the wine show and we go through 3 bottles of wine each. That'll be fun.
Are we doing a wine show? All right, we'll do a wine show. I mean,
Yes, we
we can
So
say
you
that
have
up.
to finish the first bottle
Yeah.
before you can move on to the next bottle, though. That's the trick.
Well, as long as Shannon does the Mad Dog as her wine, we'll be good to go.
Oh, Lord.
Is Shannon in earshot? I was hoping she was in earshot when I said.
No,
I
not
guess
yet.
not.
Okay.
And then she'll be on and be like, no, we're.
What's up, JT? Cheers, my friend. We were talking about the bad apple earlier, by the way, too.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Slice the spam in like 10 slices, not cubes.
I like
Bets.
the thin slices.
That's
You want
that's
them
what I meant. It was like
half
slice
an
it,
inch
not
or
cube,
smaller.
but, yeah.
You need
I didn't know I had so many spam gurus on the channel here tonight. Like all these spam, all the spam chefs in the house.
You don't have spam chefs in the house. You have normal people. You're not a normal person because you don't know spam.
Spam,
Does.
spam.
Spam. You're the only one, man.
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
it's spam.
You don't have
Don't
gurus.
knock
You
it,
just
man.
have
Don't
look
knock
at it. Look at it right there. Spam bacon. If I could
With
get down the
bacon.
stairs in less than
Real
5 minutes,
bacon.
I would
No,
show
with
you my
real
spam too.
Hormel bacon.
If they gotta tell you real, all I hear is
Blah, 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 blah.
that's all I hear right now.
You know what I hear? I hear spam, 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 spammity, spam, 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 spammity, spam, wonderful spam. That's what I'm hearing. That's what I'm hearing. He's got a little dance too. He's got it. He knows. And all of your viewers know. They know. You're the one who's not on
They
board.
tried to make me an offer on the spam. I told them I don't know. I don't know if I can do the spam.
Yeah. But Big Daddy's right. That's what I meant. Was like slice it. They look like little cube fries. You know, not in cubes, but
You can dress it up all you want, but it's still spam.
it's still
And
good.
it's delicious.
JT's got the Daisy Cutter Select Double IPA.
Nice.
Half Acre Sierra Nevada. Yeah, with the anniversary they had, I'm hearing some pretty good stuff that they're putting out from Half Acre on the Daisy Cutter series, which is pretty cool. I need to actually see if because I get Half Acre here, so I need to see if they got some of the different ones. JT like Wilder's better, especially their lemonade. Wow, okay. I mean, it's on acquired taste, but I mean, I was definitely more on the Kool-Aid than Wilder's. But
You can say the same about beer, though. An acquired taste.
you do, Trez. That bucket hat is sweet. Different designs for the bucket hat. It's hot. You want the bucket hat on your head, rather than the cap.
I used to always wear a bucket hat.
Give you 360 protection.
I used to wear a bucket hat.
Choose wearing a bucket hat today to work,
There
Michigan.
you go.
But yeah,
Michigan. But sure, Baltimore underwater. Oh, gotcha. I got you now. Yeah. No, I mean, we're actually, because actually sometimes I go down, I look at like the harbor. I mean, it's the harbor. It's not like it's the ocean where we're going to get kind of that flood type thing and everything. So,
water stays at an even level. So if it all rises, it all rises. Right?
but it goes back down too.
Not if it doesn't. You're talking about losing Florida.
Oh, that's Florida. I mean, Florida.
will
I
probably
mean,
lose the East Coast and the West Coast.
Miami and New Orleans, they're going in the next probably 10 years or so. I mean, that's
they're
just
first, true.
Yeah, they're
But
going to be
I
probably
feel like
gone.
The East Coast is going to follow before California does because they got all the cliffs.
Oh, well, California's going to have an earthquake and they'll fall off there. So
California's going to have Yellowstone. They're going to break off into their own country for a little bit and then they're going to sink. So it's fun.
I mean, California has enough.
Yellowstone goes. We're all done.
California's the 5th biggest economy in the world. You think they'd be able to take care of some shit? Not like Texas, who can't even keep the power on half the time. It's like, dude, you guys wanted to secede a few years back, and you can't keep the power grid up. Like, how's that going to work out for you? I don't get what you're trying to do here.
Oh my god! One ice storm and the whole state's done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we were going to secede. We were going to secede, but yeah, we got no electricity right now.
Yeah. Not right now.
Like,
maybe later.
Can we come back? Can we come back in? Can you let us back in?
Can I come in and out now?
Yeah. It's like, yeah, you were going to secede, but yeah, okay. All right.
More power to you.
Yeah.
No, not electric though.
Or no power to you.
No power to you.
No power to you. No power to your people.
Yeah. Oh, there they are.
Trez, here's the bucket hats out there too, by the way. Just so.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah, I got some other stuff I'm going to work on for some new designs, but these are the ones that just went up there too. So.
Trez, that bottom right one matches my glass, so that's the one you should go with.
This one here, the Rajay Beer Ventures one.
Rajay's hat right now, so yeah.
Well, Todd's got the Black 4. Todd's got the food group ones. Todd has it right there too. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
But if you want to rock the West Coast, you get the West Coast IPA. You got that there too. Hoppy beer, hoppy life.
Mm-hmm.
Drink beer, live hoppily, and of course, you get your beer on. So,
oh yeah,
different variety of different stuff there for sure. And if you're a cap type person, and we got the caps as well for the various things, baseball caps, the snapback caps, so all different types. Beanies, a little too warm for the beanies right now, but when fall winter hits, you do have the beanies out there as well.
I will say there are some wonderful bottle openers with the magnet on the back too. Just saying, right here. Got the bottle.
Well, they are, but they're on the Zazzle site. Both descriptions down below. But the glass and the bottle openers are over on Zazzle as well.
Oh yeah, this guy here. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
This
I also got the stickers out there too. So there's those stickers. Got all kinds of stuff out there. So I don't even know sometimes. They're like, hey, we got new merchandise for you. Okay, well, cool. Appreciate it. Right now, in fact, everything I believe is 15% off if you actually go out there now. They have a promo going. Save yourself some bucks.
So, Rod, what do they do when somebody buys something? They send you a check for it or what?
They let me know that a sale's been made, and then after it's hits a threshold, I can go ahead and collect if I want to. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Speaking of merch, could I talk up a brewery for just a second?
Sure.
Cool. So I am wearing a shirt from Miskatonic Brewing Company. So anyone aware of the Cthulhu series in Miskatonic has the lady there with the tentacles? Just saying, if you're a sci-fi fan, Miskatonic Brewing Company, their gear is phenomenal. Just saying.
Okay.
The
They're
Cthulhu myth and all that.
They're in Chicago as well.
Yep. Suburbs, but yeah.
Okay. Big Daddy says, sipping a Dovetail
The way
Hefe. A Hefe, very nice. And then Blake says, cheers as well. What's up, Blake, homie? Great to see you, my friend. What's up, Shannon? Shannon in the house. We about to get all crazy right now. We hit the 10 o'clock hour. Oh, 10 o'clock hour. You know what's going to happen now. It's about to go.
Not that crazy.
It's
I'm not
about
that
to-
crazy.
It's about to go off the rails, y'all. About to go off the rails. Uh-oh, Shannon's in the house. It's about to get crazy.
She's been drinking all day.
You've been drinking all day? It's really about to get crazy right now. So, yeah. Robert says, I love New England IPAs. Very nice. And actually, the last few, I've had a lot of New England. I feel like a lot, but I've had definitely a good amount of New England IPAs recently.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
Keep it paused.
Nut juice. Yeah. I mean, almond milk. There's no cow involved. So it should just be nut juice because almond's a nut. So it should be a nut juice.
So, I mean, coconut milk has always been called coconut milk.
But it should be nut juice.
Still, you think?
It should be nut juice.
The
It's
almond is like
coconut. There's no cow. There's no cow. Coconut's a nut. It's in the
I feel
name.
like
Coconut.
It's inside. So shouldn't that have its own name? I feel like it should.
Shannon, am I right? Nut juice, right? Like it's coconut. Nuts in the name.
Marketing, yes.
Nut juice.
Ice cold nut juice.
See, you see the commercials? Put the nut juice in your mouth. Put the nut juice in your mouth. Put the nut juice in your mouth. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
No, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work.
Wants to swallow nut juice, so whether it's cold or it don't matter the temperature. Do you want to swallow some nut juice? No.
All right, wait. You got 2 more minutes for you to say that. Then you can say how you want.
Oh, it's nut juice. I mean, that's more what it's like.
Do you feel like if you say it more times, it's going to be more appealing? Because it's not.
No.
I just,
mean, it could.
but it's more accurate. I think it's more accurate. I mean, I think
more accurate.
again, I didn't coin the phrase. Lewis Black was when it came up with it. I think he was accurate. I think it should be called nut juice.
I'm
Hey,
sure it's
Rod.
accurate, but it ain't gonna sell, man.
It
No
might,
one's
it
gonna
might.
buy that.
We're just playing with words here, but
Yeah.
would you
I
drink
mean-
a beer? Would you drink a beer called Slug Juice?
Yeah.
I mean, you got to realize they made a beer using vagina yeast, so
Just saying,
most
yeah.
guys will probably still drink it.
Yeah, no holds barred
That
there.
is a fair. Yeah,
No holds barred there, so,
yeah.
Okay, that one, not so much. A beer called Slut Juice, 100%. I would try that because that's
Yeah.
funny.
Like a slug trip.
But vagina yeast,
I-
not so much.
Would the slut juice have glitter? Because I bet it does. I bet it does have glitter in it. It should have glitter in it.
It should be like a
No, that's
strawberry
just the
blonde.
way
with
you, men, you
Right?
delusional men look at it. It
No,
doesn't
it's a
matter.
strawberry
I mean,
blonde
you-
with glitter in it.
Unicorn farts had glitter. I think a slut juice should have glitter. Yeah.
Yes, a strawberry blonde with glitter. I mean, it just
Yeah.
makes sense. I mean, come on.
It's happening. It's happening.
Yeah. I mean, you can go with the blonde as long as it's not like, the 12-year-old blonde girl, right? So
Oh Jesus! I gotta get my-
Look, if you run her out of here, you know that was bad.
you just got to make sure.
Love
you got-
craft beers. Anyone else craft beer?
That's the wrong one. That's not you yet. Not you, dude. Not you. You're not the one.
Nut juice.
Craft beer's gotten out of control. I'll say it. I'll say it right now. We have all the flavors of beer we could ever need. We can stop right now. And if that is your thing, if you like brewing your little micro brew in your basement or your bathtub or something, stop. Okay? Don't need your flavor. Don't need you getting too excited over it either. Hey, new flavor just dropped. Yeah, nope, they said it couldn't be done, but we took a whole carrot cake and we just shoved it into a beer bottle. Who is that for? It's 58% alcohol. I'll try it. I just say ordering these craft beers they come out with now, man. They come up with crazy names for them. It's like they forget. We have to say the name of the beer out loud at some point in the transaction. Like, I had a craft beer a few weeks ago. The name of the beer was Little Blonde Girl. Yeah, it was uncomfortable to order. Hey, can I get another Little Blonde Girl? Oh yeah, sure thing, buddy. 12 or 16. Do you have an 18 or a 20? Like a tall? I'll even take a 32 if you got it. Just anything but 12 or 16 for that flavor. Get bigger cups, you sick fucks. What is wrong with you?
So yeah, you don't want a Little Blonde Girl for that. We lost Mallory there for a second.
Oh yeah.
For her pop back. But yeah. Let me see here. What's up, Josh? Last beer in the house. Cheers. I'll just reviewed a field IPA from Tired Hands. Very nice. I need to get some of their beers to try. I think one of my places now is getting Tired Hands down here, actually. Brewed with maitake mushrooms, heirloom peppers, lemon balm, and rosemary, double dry hop with Nelson, Sauvin, and Belma. That's just like the comedian I just played up there. That's just like, what are we doing here? We got a whole bunch of stuff happening in a beer that nobody even knows what the hell it is. That's pretty funny, though. I would definitely give it a try. Appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, it's out there. So if you check it out, definitely. Nice. What up, Shannon from Trez as well?
Like the last minute, I'm like coming over.
Hey, Shannon. Liz says hi, everybody. Hello to Liz.
What's up, Liz?
And then
Hash Brown, 10 o'clock hour, right? 10 o'clock hour, we bring Shannon out. That's
That
ridiculous,
is.
crazy.
Maybe, I don't know, she would have sat on the couch, so she may be out for the night.
no,
Who
I'm
knows?
not out.
What does she go to the couch for?
I'm just loving on my buddy.
Well, you need to come back to the show. People were here to see you now. Todd's got an empty seat next to him. Nut juice, right? Nut juice. That's what it should be called. Almond milk. There's no cow with the almond. Just call it nut juice.
Exactly.
Oh, that's good for a friend. Yeah. Just being honest, just being realistic.
I mean, it is what it is, you know.
Yeah. What's up, Aubrey? Cheers, my friend. Great to see you, brother.
Rod, I am so excited about our trip.
I'm so excited. Was that the Pointer Sisters back in the day? Yeah, I am too.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
And I just can't hide it. And you know, yeah, my mom, I love the Pointer Sisters. Yes. So I was like, you know.
Slut juice greater than nut juice.
Hey, U.S. slut juice.
Slut juice over greater than nut juice.
As a straight guy, you know, but if you
Are you muted? You're muted. I can't hear you.
You can't hear her.
Okay. No, I can't hear you now. What? Is it me? Can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
I can't hear you guys.
Oh. What about now?
Can y'all hear Todd and Shannon, by the way? That is weird.
Hello.
Yes, it didn't do anything.
It's nice that I can talk.
Can y'all hear me, by the way? Because
Yeah, we can hear you.
I think you can hear me just fine, but I can't hear you guys coming through.
But you just answered my question.
That
so
is weird.
I don't think you can. Can you hear it? Can you hear
Let me know in the
her?
comments if y'all can hear Todd and Shannon talking, because I can't hear them right now.
Well, then turn it off and turn it back on. Exit and re-enter.
We'll exit and then
We'll be back.
Shannon, sure you got some weird friends. Just kidding. I can't hear Todd and Shannon right now. What is going on? Oh, they disappeared. They'll be back. Let me see. Trey says he can hear everyone. My thing is plugged in. Okay. Well, what just happened? Is StreamYard screwing up, maybe? Cheers.
now I can't hear you. Now can you hear us? I can't hear you. I see your lips moving, but I don't understand the words that's coming out your mouth.
We need cue cards. We need like a blackboard.
All right, I'm gonna try it again. Again. What the hell?
Here, let's do it this way. Let's just like cancel it whole.
Oh, sorry, my power actually went out for like a full minute. No, I can't hear you. I can read your lips, but I can't hear you. Yeah, I couldn't read that. It looks like Vanessa can hear me. But yeah, my power went out completely and it was pitch black and power came back on and I got on as fast as I could, but it took a second. I didn't mean to apparently break your computer in Baltimore, though. That was unintentional with my power outage. I'm magic.
We can hear it now. We can hear.
Can you hear us?
Can you hear us?
Oh my
Except for Rod, we can't hear Rod.
Yeah, Rod's
We
the
can hear
broken
you,
one.
Mal,
My
but we
power
can't
went
hear
out
Rod.
and he's the one we can't hear. I don't know.
Can you not hear him either?
I can't hear him either.
Okay, yeah. So it's Rod's problem then. It's Rod's fault.
Push the mute button, and then it will be unmuted.
Oh, Vanessa, I had my phone flashlight, so I was fine, but it was just really weird because my power just completely bombed on me. I had no power there for about 60 seconds, so. I just find it really funny that my power going out screwed up his computer in Baltimore. I feel so special.
It smells good.
You don't like it? It's an IPA.
He just went.
Smells good though.
I'll try to read his lips and tell you what he's saying though.
I know. You understand the words that's coming out of my mouth?
He said, "Yeah, okay. So everybody take their clothes off." Oh wait, no, don't do that.
Oh, okay.
No.
Wait a minute. Now you can hear me. Now you can hear me. What the?
You pushed the mute button, didn't you?
No, I didn't. It was just the system messed up. Well, it happened when Mal went down and then fucking StreamYard. Come on, man. You're a new company.
Right.
You've owned it for like 5 weeks now, and we've had all kinds of issues. 5 weeks.
Hey,
Get
but
your
it's
shit
okay.
together.
Fails, blame the system.
But it's okay. We're where we need to be now. So those
No.
were like problems that were like
That
5
doesn't work for
seconds
everybody.
ago.
You are so optimistic all the time. I appreciate that about you.
Shannon,
I
I was
appreciate
reading
that.
his lips. He did tell us to take the clothes off, and we haven't yet. So we're not where we're supposed to be yet.
I mean, just because somebody tells you to do something, don't mean you have to do it.
Oh, you don't?
That is
Yeah, you do.
Take your clothes off. Yeah.
Okay, Rod, you
Then I would
first.
feel
You
bad,
first.
and I would be like, "No, don't take your clothes off if you think I'm going to take my clothes off after you take your clothes off." So, well, how about we both keep our clothes on?
Maybe a lot of viewers missed it.
You don't have to take your clothes off. That was a song back in the 80s.
Oh
Right?
my God! And you don't have to take your clothes off to have a good time.
Yeah, you got it.
It's,
You got
it's
it.
funny. You guys
Oh,
went to that one. No, you guys went to that one, and my mind went to you can leave your hat on, which was the opposite of what you were saying. You can leave your hat on.
That might have
Oh
been
no.
street. I think that might have been a street song.
Let's see. Well, sorry, Vanessa, about the dog having a seizure. Hopefully, your doggy's okay
Oh.
now.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, Vanessa.
Hey, Blake. Hey,
Oh,
Shannon.
hi, Blake. I didn't see
Hey,
Blake, but hi,
Blake.
Blake.
I can hear them. And so Vanessa can hear us all. So I don't know what the hell was going on.
That was weird.
Well,
I can't hear them, Rod. Must be the curtains. Must be the curtains.
Hey, I can't see the tractor anymore. I am disillusioned.
It
For
don't
sure.
matter. It's all solved now. We can all hear.
Trent said he can hear everyone.
Yeah, let's just forget about the past.
Oh, so everybody can hear everyone except we couldn't hear each other. That was the weird thing taking place. No sound Rod, but Shannon and Todd are loud and clear. Okay,
We're
well,
always loud and clear.
yeah.
for
I'm
sure.
sorry.
now we can't hear Rod. Yeah.
I am.
Yeah, it was the StreamYard thing. I think we got kicked out, but anyway, we're back.
It happens.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Ta-da!
Yeah, it's one of those things that we never know the answer to, so to speak. So,
Oh my God. Like, Jesus, don't get me started.
Please don't.
it's one of those. It's one of those mysteries that are out there.
So many questions. People
We don't know what
never-
happened.
Don't get me started.
There you go.
Please don't.
See, there you go.
That was beautiful. Todd, this is why I always said you cracked me up so much.
Because Todd's like, shut the fuck up, Shannon. Like,
No, that's not why. He just has these random little comments that sneak in. No one
Yeah,
sees them
'cause-
coming.
yeah.
And they happen, and everyone's like moving on, and I'm like, oh no, that was funny.
Yeah, Todd, like,
Yeah, at least you appreciate it, man. I
Yeah.
appreciate that. You know,
Hmm.
she just like rolls her eyes and goes on because she's used to it. So
yeah.
Well, you
it's
know,
just-
when Chew has those comments, I roll my eyes and ignore it. So,
yeah, so it goes,
I mean,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. But no, I catch some of yours, and I'm just like, what the
Yeah.
fuck did you just say?
It's
I love
fair.
it. It's too
That's
funny.
a fair statement because if I was Todd and I was with me, I'd probably roll my eyes too. You know, I'd be
No,
like,
it was the opposite. You roll your eyes at what he says.
Yeah,
yeah, but I do. Yeah.
but I also
Well,
roll
yeah.
my eyes at you. And
But
Jeremy
I
a lot of
understand
times,
why
so.
he would roll his eyes at me.
Oh,
But
I
don't
was totally talking about you rolling your eyes at him.
Oh yeah, I roll my eyes at him all the time. Yeah, but I don't think he understands why anybody would roll their eyes at him.
That hurts.
You'll be okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Roll your eyes at me.
I mean, you need to just quit being so sensitive. Like, it's not that big of a deal.
Apparently
Honestly, if you think
Yeah,
Chew never
no.
rolls his eyes at me, you're crazy, because he definitely does.
Well,
not. No, we all do. I think.
yeah, we should all roll eyes at each other. I mean, don't be a
That's-
dick about it, but
No,
you know.
that's part of being around someone so much. When you're around them so much, you're allowed to do that and not
Yeah.
hurt feelings.
Oh my God, Mal, one time I remember, like, I'm a very non-confrontational person. And, like, even when I'm pissed off at him, I'm like, I really have to be like, if I'm pissed off at him, I'm like, is this worth fighting about? Like, he pissed me off. Do I really want to, like, talk about it or whatever? And in our last house, this is one of my most favorite, like, caught in the moment. So we had this
Oh, with the mirror.
a big old mirror above our couch. Like
Mm.
we had one of those
This is
big
funny.
mirrors in front of our couch. And like I said, I'm a very non-confrontational person.
So it kind of led into our kitchen or whatever.
yeah, like you
If
could,
you looked out of the kitchen back towards the living room, you'd look right
like
into the
he
mirror or
couldn't
whatever.
see me, but he could see the mirror.
The reflection.
So he said some smart ass comment or something, and I'm thinking, you know, I don't really want to get into it, but I'm pissed. And so I'm like, I'm like flipping him off. And so, but I didn't realize there was a mirror above the couch.
I turned around and I said, "Why are you flipping me off for?"
And then I was like, okay, well, I'm stuck.
Uh-oh.
I'm like, because you pissed me off, you know, I can't like lie, but I was just like, Jesus, Shannon, think better. Don't flip him off and there's a mirror right there.
Shannon, Chew and I noticed this when we were visiting you guys, but when you tell a story, you tell it together. Like you'll say one part and then he'll say the next, and then you'll say one part and he'll say the next. Can I say how adorable I find that? I do. I find that super adorable that you tell stories together. Because honestly, Chew mostly just says, you tell it, because he doesn't want to. And I end up telling the story. But like you two actually share the story. And it's just adorable. And I think it's so cute. It's so cute. It shows how simpatico you are. It shows how
Cheers to-
simpatico you are. I think it's cute. You can roll your eyes
Cheers
at me now.
Cheers to Jody in the house.
Oh, hi.
Bourbon Bounty.
Bourbon.
Yeah. Yeah, the volume and everything's back now. Is there a live stream happening? Pride, person, heart, lesbian.
I'm sorry, what? Me? What?
I feel like
Is
I feel like JT's playing password over there.
Pride person.
The password is
Pride person, heart lesbian. What the hell does that mean?
Pride Month? I'm gonna go with Pride Month.
But what's person, heart lesbian? Yeah.
I think he was trying to read Rod's lips, and that's what he thought Rod was saying.
Yeah. Shannon left out unless you're married. If I take my socks off, you'll be like, socks, bro, socks. This and I are both naked right now. What's the big deal right there?
I mean, true.
Nothing wrong with au natural.
No,
I hope you're not out at Dovetail, because you just said you're having a Dovetail Hefeweizen, and if you're at Dovetail and naked, that's a problem.
JT, it only makes it better if you stand up and just beat your chest now, just because.
He's now having a son, Hellas Lager by Old Urban.
That one's really nice.
You know what's funny? I was watching the video earlier, which is a pretty cool video. I shared it on the community post. But I was overseas, they were talking about Hofbrauhaus. And I always thought it was Hofbrauhaus because we had one in Cincinnati, but it's Hofbrauhaus. Like the A. I never knew what an A sound was supposed to be, but they kept saying Hofbräu, not Hofbräu. So it was kind of interesting to actually watch that. And like I've been saying it wrong all these years. Again, fried bologna, spam.
Oh jeez.
Saying Hofbrauhaus wrong. Throw it all on the list.
Me too. I was saying it wrong all the time.
You know, I'm starting to question what New Jersey gets exposed to a lot right now.
Well, we weren't far from 3 Mile Island back in '79. I'm just saying. So it might have been something in the air. You guys, you were too young for 3 Mile Island. Now you don't remember 3 Mile Island.
With Eminem.
You weren't born yet for 3 Mile Island. What year were you born, Mal?
I ain't telling you shit.
Listen, just because you're a millennial, I know you want to be a Gen Xer, but you're a millennial. But you were actually
no, fuck you, Gen Xers. I want nothing to do with that shit. I had my own thing. Thank you.
You were definitely after 80, but
I was
79.
Thank you very much.
79 had a 3 Mile Island incident took place, so kind of like a little bit of a meltdown. So
Isn't that Eminem?
No, I think I remember it was
you're talking about 8 Mile. 3 Mile Island is totally different than 8 Mile Road. It's totally different. Just
what happened in those other 5 miles?
No, Rod, it was the nuclear thing, right? The
nuclear thing. Yeah. That was in Pennsylvania.
Noble, but it was a little scary for sure.
Oh, it was definitely scary. They were like on alert in New Jersey and a lot of stuff too. Yeah, because it was in Pennsylvania.
If where I grew up, if I went out the back of my house, I could see 2 nuclear plant towers right behind my house. So if something happened, we were the first to go. Like there was no evacuation, there was no escape. If it went, we were gone. For sure.
Yeah. I'm sort of like your dad remembers for sure. Yeah.
No, I mean, I may not remember exactly what happened for the 3 Mile Island thing, but I was aware of it because I lived by a nuclear power plant. And it's scary. It's scary.
Well, it's like I can remember when Mount St. Helens erupted. That was in the 70s. And we could see smoke in New Jersey from how it had been in the clouds.
That Mount St. Helen happened.
Well, it happened it was like back in like 75 or 76. I mean, that was no. It was like 78 or something, I think.
I don't know what year it was, but I'm going to go with 83.
I think it was before then because I think I was in Catholic school when it actually happened.
Well, Google it.
I was thinking it was
1980.
1980.
1980.
Yeah, 1980.
Yeah, Mount St. Helen is kind of like the Challenger exploding to me.
I remember that too because they wheeled all the TVs into the class for us to watch the Challenger, and they was like, that ain't supposed to happen, right? Like and then they were like, okay, we're gonna go ahead and send everybody home for the day. That was.
Did we? So Mount St. Helen was in 1980.
1980.
So it was 3.
What month?
What?
80.
Oh, I don't know what month. I just know it was 1980.
Do you know or did you confirm?
I looked online. It was 1980. But I remember I was like in Catholic. I was probably like in 69. So I was 11. What am I, like in 5th grade then? Because I was in Catholic school at that time. And I remember like we could see smoke in New Jersey even.
Damn.
I mean, I don't know.
It was
I don't
March
Yeah.
27th of 1980.
Yeah.
Wow. So like
He was.
maybe I just learned about it in
1980 was the end of
Elementary
disco. 1980 was like the end of disco too. By the way, just saying.
maybe it was
Volcanoes erupting, disco
I'll tell you
ending.
what,
Coincidence? I don't know.
the end of
It was
disco
rough-
started
it was rough
earlier
year.
than that. You can't pretend it
Rough
didn't.
year.
It didn't really happen until then. I mean, it really.
started earlier than that.
But by the time it actually happened, it was like 1980.
Yeah.
By the time it started really, because you had stuff like 79 at some of the things. There was like one of the ballparks, they had a big thing in 79 when it happened, like, and they had like the end of disco type thing. But it was like really 1980 when it kind of died out. But then we had the birth of hip hop too, which was great. So yeah. I mean, hip hop was before then, but hip hop started to take a little bit more of a stride at that point.
Hip hop. How did we get
Hip hop
from
and punk music and punk rock.
Because he's trying to change it from disastrous
No.
music.
Disaster happened in 1980 with Mount St. Helens. At the same time, disco was ending, but we also had the rise of punk rock and hip hop.
And hip hop, yeah.
Oh, I love disco. Disco.
You and Donna Summer and ABBA.
Love
And ABBA, Dancing Queen. Yeah.
From ABBA. I love ABBA.
Not Yabba Dabba Doo, but ABBA.
There you go.
That's the Flintstones.
Them
They're
nights-
a Stone Age family.
They are.
They are a Stone Age.
Hey, you should meet the Flintstones.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. If you which Flintstones?
Which show was the Flintstones based off of?
The
Honeymooners.
Honeymooners.
There you go, Honeymooners.
Honeymooners was awesome. I love the Honeymooners.
Okay. but
Wow.
Brian-
Way too soon, Alice.
Fun fact about the Flintstones. We grew up watching it as an afternoon cartoon.
It was
When
meant
it
for adults.
when it initially came out, it was 8 o'clock primetime show for adults.
Yeah.
It's for adults.
Also, we grew up watching Bugs Bunny as a cartoon, like on after school. But initially, that was in between movies at the movie theater
Yeah.
before
Well,
it got released as being
They
like that.
had, like, Daffy
They didn't
Duck
have-
putting the
they didn't have
stamps on his
trailers.
plane.
Yeah,
during
they didn't have
World War
trailers
II.
and stuff, so they played like the Warner Brothers cartoons in between.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Daffy Duck used to put the stamps on his plane when he was fighting
Elmer
the
Fudd.
Nazis and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So just some fun fact trivia that you'll never use for anything in your life, but yeah,
Useless knowledge.
useless knowledge you can't use. Yeah, unless you're on Jeopardy.
It might be
If you get on Jeopardy, it might come in handy.
That's true.
Or if you do pub trivia.
Well, that's true too.
Pub trivia that could
Oh my
definitely come in
gosh.
handy.
So
Yeah.
one of my
gonna-
bartenders does our pub trivia and he's really, really good at it. And he did a whole category on Hanna-Barbera cartoons.
Yeah,
And I only got like 3 of the 5 right because Hanna-Barbera, like, I had trouble remembering the old Hanna-Barbera. 'cause
all the
you
old
can't remember
Hanna-Barbera stuff. Yeah,
But you had Top Cat and the dog, there was
the Snagglepuss was yeah.
Fix it,
Yeah.
stage left, like it was, and Magilla Gorilla and
Yeah.
I
some
used
of
to
those
love
really
the Laugh
old
Olympics.
ones.
I think Yogi was Hanna-Barbera too.
Yogi was Hanna-Barbera as well.
Yeah.
Hey there, boo boo. What are we gonna do?
Yeah,
We're
no,
still
the Laugh Olympics
picnic
had
basket.
all the Hanna-Barbera
And Cindy, too.
characters in it.
And yeah. And shout out to Jody, me too. So I mean, kind of partial to that number, at least the back end. Know what I mean? So anyway,
No.
Bob, if you're doing the back end, you're doing it wrong. Just saying.
well, no, well, that was good. That was good. That took it.
It's
That took a turn I didn't see coming. Like, where'd that turn come from? Where'd that turn come from? Yeah, yeah, that was good. That was good.
Laugh Olympics.
and
Y'all remember the Laugh Olympics?
oh my god, and Fraggle Rock. I never.
Oh, I love Fraggle Rock.
Fraggle Rock and the Looney Tunes. I was just like, had really strong feelings about. I'm like, I don't like this.
Down on Fraggle Rock.
Fraggle
No.
Rock didn't have
Yeah,
strong
you
villains.
never like Fraggle Rock? Fraggle Rock, down to
did not have
Fraggle Rock.
strong villains.
No.
Down to Fraggle Rock.
I love yeah, that was great. I love that one.
What about the Animaniacs? I actually saw a video earlier today that talked about the Animaniacs.
But do you feel this way? Fraggle Rock, like, I love the movie Labyrinth, and they had some characters
Really?
that kind of reminded you of Fraggle Rock.
Well, that's because Jim Henson worked on Fraggle Rock.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
I was never a huge fan of Labyrinth, but I do like some Fraggle. I watched some Fraggle Rock here and
I
there.
still
I was a little bit older.
King.
I was a little bit older with my god brother and sisters. They used to watch that there.
I still want to marry the Goblin King. I'm sorry. David Bowie was
Watch it
hot as
tonight.
hell in that movie.
Have you ever watched Labyrinth?
Put on your red shoes and dance the night away.
I was
Let's
very
dance.
obsessed with
I can
David
still remember
Bowie.
that David Bowie
And
video on
David
MTV back in the day.
Oh yeah.
And one of Chu's cousins is a seamstress, and she made the dress from that movie for someone for their wedding. Like the dress with all the metal pieces and everything, like the dress in the dancing scene. Yeah, she made that dress that Jennifer Connelly wore for someone's wedding. And I was like, oh, it was so cute.
I love that
There
movie.
you go.
I do too.
Well,
It's
Vanessa,
kinda like-
glad the dog is okay. It looks like, so that's good.
That's good.
Yeah,
I'm going to have to get myself another beer, though.
of course you do. You're behind us, so you got to catch up.
Oh my
Dude, I've been on painkillers for 4 weeks. Chill
I've been
out.
on I've been on painkillers for 3 weeks.
Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah.
Go get yourself another beer there.
You just wait till I see you in person. I'm literally going to poke you in the kidney every time I pass you. You know that, right?
In the kidney? In the kidney?
In the kidney. Every single time. I ain't messing with the liver because you need the liver, but the kidney I will poke.
Well, technically, you got to catch me. You got to catch me because you're not moving very fast right now. So
That's the
Right
tomorrow.
now, in a month, I'll be moving just fine. And I'll tell you what, I bet I'll
I'll
move
be like,
faster than you.
I'll be like Shane and Ray. We need to get the handicap sticker for Mal because she can't. We want to get her up front where she can park there and be okay.
You
You
just
know?
bring it, Buster. You just wait. Give me 1 more month to recuperate, and I will take your ass down. One kidney punch at a time. I'm going to get a beer now.
Talk to Shane and Trey because so we're gonna come up a few days earlier.
Yeah.
And I'm like looking. I'm like, I want to we're not gonna go to Lake Michigan because I mean I love Lake Michigan.
You like
So-
Michigan? I know you're a big fan of Michigan. Yeah.
Yes. So I was like, I got on Google Maps to Niagara, and I'm like, what can we do between?
Got to Google it. Yeah.
And then I was like, there's Lake Huron, Lake Erie. At first, I got on. I'm like, nobody likes Lake Erie, and so
Yeah.
we're gonna go to Grand Bend Beach on Lake Huron, and never heard of that place.
So we're gonna be like a 2.5 hour drive to get to where we're gonna be
Yeah.
with everybody. But
So you guys aren't coming to the hotel where we're at then anytime before
No,
you go
we're
to the
just-
Airbnb. Okay.
we're coming on. I guess Friday morning.
Yeah,
I guess.
Friday.
We'll be there Friday morning.
I think
Okay.
we're going Tuesday to Lake Huron. We're checking out Friday.
But yeah, we're going to Canada on
and
Tuesday.
then we're
but
gonna just stay at the Airbnb in Niagara
with everybody else.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I need to go to driving range so I don't embarrass myself on the golf course. So I'm going golfing with Ray and Paul. Yeah. Because we're going golfing that Thursday.
It can, and then
I
I
ain't
can go
driving
to a
to.
spa
I ain't driving 2.5 hours to go play golf.
or just hang
Yeah.
out on the beach with a gummy.
With
Or
the gummy.
5.
There, or 5. Are you bringing the gummies in?
Just a. Nah, yeah.
Did you hear about the nuclear incident on our highway here? No, I did not hear about that incident as well.
Oh,
Wrong way driver got on the southbound exit ramp and drove north the wrong way. I don't understand how people end up doing that sometimes. Like, I mean, I guess it can happen if you're disoriented or something like that and everything, but you just
or
think you see
might do
somebody.
it on purpose.
Yeah, but I don't think they do it on purpose. I mean, I don't know. You see the headlights coming your way. It's kind of like you would think. I don't know. Yeah.
Okay, so Rod, this happened to me one time when I was a teenager. Like it was flurrying and I was on the interstate and I went over an overpass because that's what freezes first.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was driving my dad's truck and I spun around, and then when I stopped, I was facing the opposite way of the traffic, and so they thought I was driving down the wrong way.
Yeah, but you wasn't driving. Though.
You weren't driving. You spun out, but these people were driving the wrong way.
But they were just driving down the wrong way. Though.
But the people coming towards me might have thought I was driving the wrong way.
Yeah, but these people were like on the highway, actually driving the wrong way, and they're like, police are like, "What the hell?" Like,
Hey.
yeah, and they have a wreck or something.
Secondhand information.
You get too much.
Secondhand
Yeah. Overpass Spirit 1991. Oh, okay. No, I didn't hear anything about that from back then. St. Helens 1980.
That's
Was it?
insane to me. That's Mount St.
It says, yeah.
Something that's stuck in my head, and I was
From
like,
I mean, it was like in Washington, and we saw the ash stuff in the air in New Jersey, so it came across the country.
Yeah, that's crazy.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
like Pompeo.
Yeah, when the volcano thing, yeah. But then people had time. They were just like, oh, we don't have to worry about it. Don't worry about it. Like, you should got your ass out. Yeah,
But if you were worrying about it, what could you do about it? Like, so why
get the hell
would-
out. Yeah.
Nothing.
Just let what happens happen.
Hey, Rod, we were talking earlier about Brussels sprouts and asparagus, right?
Yeah.
Drink broccoli by Other Half Brewing.
I drank that. That's a good beer.
It is.
But they don't put broccoli in it. Just saying.
I know.
They got
But it's still broccoli. But
got some broccoli
it's still
fetish. They got some
broccoli.
broccoli like fetish or something. No, I don't know what it is, but yeah, they put broccoli on stuff.
I mean, is broccoli actually a fetish? Because a lot of people like broccoli.
No,
I think
this
No,
brewery puts
for
broccoli.
that brewery, for the brewery that Mal has, yeah, they do broccoli in a lot of stuff. There's something
Other
going
Half
on there.
puts a lot of stuff
Yeah.
with broccoli, but they don't use
It's
broccoli
good beer.
in It's just they
They
call
don't-
it
they-
broccoli. and stuff.
Right.
But I think a fetish is something that's abnormal,
Ooh.
and a lot of people like broccoli. So
A fetish is not something. It's
unless you're
having
sticking
a
a broccoli
phobia or
places
something.
it
It's not
doesn't
abnormal.
belong,
It's just
probably not a fetish.
Well, I was gonna say maybe it is a fetish.
What are you doing? You're giving no head to the beers tonight. What is going on?
hey, it has plenty. Look at this. Look at this.
It's a
right
little.
here.
It's a little bit ahead. A
Look at
little
this.
bit.
You see
Well,
this?
that's glamorous.
Oh.
That is magnificent right there.
Beautiful.
I
Mal,
mean-
forehead.
I am Vanna Whiting this right now.
I mean, yeah, that part is fantastic.
That's a little head.
But the head's a little thin. That's all I'm saying.
See?
It
Because I
don't
want
matter.
to drink it faster. If I have to get through a head full of foam, it takes forever.
China wins rolling 3 Mile Island and with 8 Mile via Eminem the Golden Arrow don't drunk Freeman. This guy should be up for an Emmy.
No doubt. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, 3 Mile Island, 8 Mile Eminem. That's good. We made that
that's
turn.
beautiful.
We jumped the tracks.
That was beautiful.
Totally.
Which side of the tracks you coming from, sir?
Yeah. We know you all had the mirror ball with some curling still. Reagan was shot. Yeah, in 80, Reagan was definitely shot,
Yeah.
which that was a whole weird thing too. Up to Reagan's getting shot, I forgot who the first one was, but every
Roosevelt.
president, every president had a zero that got elected in year zero having assassinated or died when he went into office. Reagan broke the chain on that. And they were saying, like, the doctors were like, most people would have died from that wound, but then Reagan didn't. And then you started having the conspiracy theorists coming out with the 666 because it's Ronald Wilson Reagan. So it's 666. And it was just like crazy, like when that all came out and stuff. So yeah. It might have been the jelly beans because he loved some jelly beans back in the
They
day.
do like jelly beans. Yep.
When Challenger exploded, they kept showing the vid in the lunchroom. Every time it exploded, all the kids cheered. F up.
They cheered.
I think they were cheered. They were cheering. It was effed up for them to actually show that. Like, yeah. I mean, I don't know why you would need to replay that happening. It's kind of like when Joe Theismann got hit by Lawrence Taylor. Like, we didn't need to replay on that broken leg. We knew what happened. It was bad.
Nope.
So,
Nope. Don't show that again. Ever.
Yeah. Yeah.
None of that needs to be shown again. It's like
Yeah,
Face of Death. None of that needs to be shown again.
You're right.
Ever.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, Face of Death was a classic. I mean, we got through the 80s watching Face of Death. Yeah. I mean, there were 3 of them. It was Face of Death 1, 2, and 3. So,
Are
yeah.
you kidding me? There were 7 or 8 of them.
I thought it was only 3 and they stopped.
There were 7 or 8 because I rented them.
Yeah.
Oh
Wow.
my God, there's a cat in here. My cat just scared the piss out of me. She was inside my cabinet with my crafting supplies. I didn't know she was in here. She just scared the hell out of me. Oh my God.
Yeah, I've only saw the first 3 Faces of Death, but I know there was more. I mean,
No, there were a bunch. There were 8, I think.
Yeah.
8 or 9. There were a ton of them. It was stupid.
I mean, it was the 80s. It was the 80s.
Bitch.
Abba Dabba Doo. Which reminds me, we haven't done beer news yet, have we? I gotta do beer news here.
Of course you have.
Reagan was shot in 81.
Beer news.
Yeah, he was shot in 81, but he was elected in 80. And up to that point, presidents that were elected after a 0, it goes back to an old tale that a witch doctor put a curse on one of the presidents back that was elected. I think it might have been Andrew Jackson or somebody. I wasn't sure who it was, but and every president that got elected after that with a 0 had actually died at some point. Like Franklin Roosevelt died after he was elected in 1940, and their 1920 president died, and Abraham Lincoln 1860 died. It was like they died in their term of office. Yeah.
Yeah, Theodore Roosevelt was not killed during his term, but he was shot during his term. So he had an assassination attempt.
He wasn't elected. He wasn't elected either, too. He was a vice president that took it over because the person elected it was the one that was killed in 1920.
I mean, but isn't the most low president Jimmy Carter, and he's on hospice right now, and he's gonna die any day.
But he wasn't elected. He wasn't elected with a 0. He was elected in 1976.
That's not my point, Rod.
That's not
Okay. That's what we were talking about. I don't know what Jimmy Carter's just hanging in. He's like, I'm the peanut guy. I made home brewing available. So I'm like, yeah, hang in there, Jimmy, because we appreciate you, son.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's a very lovable president, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. He wasn't good with inflation, but outside of that, you know.
And he cracked corn too. So
Yeah.
Jimmy cracked corn, and I don't care. Jimmy cracked corn, and what is that song? I want to know the whole song.
The Flintstones and the Jetsons are the same show, but the Jetsons are the super rich and the Flintstones are the rest of us. Oh,
Shannon, I was a music teacher. I can teach you that whole song. Just
that's an interesting. No, we're not teaching it now because I'm reading comments. I'm reading comments right now.
don't interrupt my show, damn it.
But that's an interesting comparison there, JT, between the Jetsons and the Flintstones. Because I don't think the Jetsons were really rich. So I feel like they were the kind of the working class of the space age people.
The space age group.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say one more thing, and then I'm gonna be quiet.
Vanessa, 1961. Come on. Well, hold on. I got something for you there.
You are fake news.
All right, I'll write it down.
You are fake news. You are fake news.
Question. It's not news.
You are fake news.
I don't get it.
79, senior year in high school. Wow. I was 10 years old at that time. So, yeah. Like I said, Challenge was posted in 86. I was in high school. The jokes came out quick. What color was Christine? Oh, come on, man. Christine will look off with his eyes. Yeah.
No,
blue. One blew the way. One way.
I was going to say blue also, but not for that reason. But
God.
Is it still too soon?
Isn't there
Is it still too soon? Is it still too soon? I mean,
talking about
that was 86. That was 86. So, I mean, we're 2024. But what's up, Sammy? Cheers, my friend. Great to see you, brother. Why did the astronauts not take a shower before the flight? Did they not? They didn't take a shower before the flight?
You should take it after instead of before.
They knew they could wash up on the heat on the beach.
You know? Like if you do it before, it's for everybody
Wow.
else.
Wow, Vanessa. Wow. Vanessa came in with a zinger on that one.
Up on the beach.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, I understand, Jody, but I said this. Not say it was a sad day. Not condoning the joke, just staying in history.
I probably won't do it.
Damn, Vanessa, we are cold. You know what? Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I'll bet.
Flintstone.
I was doing a class 9 semi-perishable food and store inspection the day the shuttle blew up. I was in Alaska and almost done with the 5 years there.
Mine's Pebbles.
I used to rate the jokes from the food deliveries at the commissary. When I first came back from Japan, I almost went the wrong damn way. Which way did you go? We came back from Japan.
Went to Hawaii.
Yeah, I would rate which driver had the best. The second day after the shuttle blew up, every joke was about NASA. Oof. My older sister was stationed in Japan for 2 tours. Use broccoli as a tickle brush. You'll have a fish. where you putting that broccoli at? That 0 year myth started with William Henry Harrison, the first post in office like me. Yeah, so it was a thing. But if you look at the numbers, every president that did get elected with a 0 at the end did end up dying at that term. And the myth was a witch doctor put it on William Henry Harrison from the Native Americans or whatever, and that's when it all kind of started. So,
Well, by the way, William Henry Harrison only made it.
followed by Lincoln, Garfield, McKinley, Harding, FDR, and JFK. Yeah, Reagan was the one that actually broke that.
But William Henry Harrison, he died in like 30 days of his presidency, and it was Tippecanoe and Tyler too was his. So that's how Tyler became president. He was the vice president.
But that's where Tippecanoe came from, though.
No, Tippecanoe was a battle that William Henry Harrison was a
But
part
I've heard Tippecanoe and Tyler too. That was like a saying that people.
Well, that was William Henry Harrison saying, and that's how he got into the presidency because he won this big battle against Native Americans. By the way, F you.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, that's the thing, and that's when it came out of it. They said a Native American chief put the curse on them, and then like every president with the 0 after ended up dying when they were in term from that point being elected up to Reagan.
But yeah, he was like president for 30 days. That's rough, man. That's rough. You didn't even get to like sink into your office there yet.
If Reagan didn't break that, then would it have been Obama then in 2000?
Yeah,
no, 2000 was W.
Oh, it was. Then, wasn't it? Okay,
yeah. I mean, the next one would have been Biden in 2020.
2020,
yeah.
Way to go.
Which I gotta say, going into this election, it's kind of like, I don't want to get into politics, but I'm like, every time I see Biden walk out on something, I'm like, is he going to make it to the podium? I'm just wondering, like, And I watch him come off. I watch him come off the plane because come on, he did fall already off the steps.
Yeah, right.
So I'm like,
going up the steps.
You're getting older, 4 more years going up and down those steps. I'm just saying, as I get older, I don't like steps as much. I'm just saying, you're way older than I am.
Didn't Bush Senior fall as well, or was that the one before him?
No, Bush. When Bush Jr. choked on a pretzel, I know.
No, I'm talking about the one who fell because what was it? Will Ferrell used to play him. Not
he may have fell. I know Jerry Ford fell a few times because they made fun of him on Saturday Night Live.
That's it.
Chevy Chase's dude, Jerry Ford always falling.
Chase, not Will Ferrell. I apologize. But there was one that fell a lot.
Yeah. But George W. could duck a shoe. I mean, when the shoe was thrown at him, he ducked real quick.
Yeah.
He had the reflex skills for sure. Yeah.
Speaking champ, not so much. But dodgeball champ, yes.
Yeah.
Because, it's important to put the interwebs on your family and all those quotes that he had that were just crazy. Yeah, so speaking not so much, but that's fine. On the fly speaking is tough. I forget that. So.
Oh, you just roll in after Japan was about driving the wrong way in the highway. Gotcha. Okay. I got to keep up. I'm drinking beers over here, man. Come on, dog.
Honestly, if you had said taking a run turn at Albuquerque, everyone would have got it. But the Japan thing threw everyone off. Run turn at Albuquerque, everyone would have got it.
I'm going to give you the Joe Biden.
Come on, man.
Biden's in better physical shape than Trump, who was overweight, had terrible diet, and a long time drug addict, cocaine, Adderall. I mean, I think shape-wise, he's definitely in better shape, but it's kind of like, I just feel like sometimes when you watch Joe Biden walk, if you watch Joe Biden walk, I almost feel like, we were talking about the Muppets earlier, you feel like there might be a puppeteer involved. Like, just the way he walks is just like, it's just like a puppet type walk, like someone's pulling the strings on it type thing.
They're not genuine. The Muppets aren't genuine.
See, Rod, you got to go way back in time though. Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down.
They don't fall down. No.
The
Joe
Weebles
fell
do
down, but
wobble.
Joe fell down, and he fell off a bike too.
Are you kidding? I've fallen off a bike too.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying he fell off. Now Trump doesn't get on a bike. Obviously, as we can see, he does golf a lot.
I don't know.
He does golf a lot, but yeah, I don't know. It's just funny.
That's what you do when you own golf courses.
I feel like 2024 is going to be interesting this year as we head up to stuff. But
I plan to own a brewery, so rather than golfing, I plan to drink beer.
yeah, I would just like to replace some of the Supreme Court justices myself if I could, but that's a whole different topic. Not trying to get political, but like we got people getting paid off on the Supreme Court. It's just like, and nobody's going to call that out. Okay. But as Tom, the beer whistle would say, I digress.
I digress.
How many times have I said we're not going political, man? Can't do it. I can't. My brain cannot handle the crazy that is the political scene right now.
Rod, you know what? You say that we need to make that happen one night. We need to get him on the show here.
Oh yeah, get Tom up here. Yeah.
Oh, I would love for you to volunteer.
I would volunteer. There you go.
Fun.
Beer can't affect your walk. Trust me, I've been in enough beer fest. I've seen it actually in play. I may have been a participant as well. I'm just saying. It happens. But I feel like when you drink enough beer, you feel like you're a superhero at points too. So yeah. Trump always uses the golf court, often driving up into the green.
Oh,
Yeah.
don't do that.
Don't do what?
Don't drive on the green. You're gonna.
No, you can't.
You're gonna. F
You
it
can't
up.
drive on the green. Up until the green.
Don't drive on the green.
Can't drive on the green for sure.
Even a little before then, but
Oh, but you can. I didn't know that you can't drive on the green. Me and Kelly.
No, y'all did. Yeah, on accident. Yeah.
Well, I didn't know it was a rule. We
No,
didn't
I
it
know.
was a
I
rule.
said that's what I said on accident.
And we didn't get in trouble.
Well, because nobody knew.
Don't drive on the green and don't grab pussies because that's rude. Don't do
Well,
that.
nobody grabbed our pussies. But we
Yeah,
got,
Did you-
don't do that.
Did you drive on the green?
yeah, me and his brother. This was like in 1999.
So our softball team used to have used to raise money doing a scramble, and they would
Yeah.
drive the beer cart, which was a mistake.
No, it
Big
wasn't.
super
No,
beer
they
fest.
probably made a
Yeah.
money.
We
that
did
day.
make. I didn't know. I was just like, hey, let's just have some fun, and then we got a bunch of money for doing it.
And they drove on the green and
Naughty.
didn't know you couldn't. And I was like, what the hell is you doing on the green?
But nobody told us, even when we were doing it, nobody said you can't do that.
It's the green. You can't drive on the green.
Well, I mean, we
You
did.
can't
Unless
drive
you're
on the
them.
green. You can't reach out and grab the P
And you're
word.
20
The
years
pussy.
old.
Not
I mean,
allowed.
it's the green.
Hey, old lady, get off the green. Yeah. But back then, nobody was like, we got to drink beer, we got tips, and
I tailgated on a green once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just tailgated on it.
Like parked all the cars and
And I feel
tailgated and
bad.
drank and played like where you throw the football at the
I'm being
bowling pins and all the
respectful
things.
of-
Yeah, I've done that
That's-
on a green.
Wait a minute. You said throw the football at the bowling pins. That's not the green.
but now I feel bad.
So, University of Michigan, when they do their tailgating, Chu has dragged me to tailgating at least 3 times, and I'm not a tailgater. That is not my thing. But every time he takes me there, we park on the golf course by the stadium. So the whole golf
Okay.
course, all cars.
Oh,
And
wow.
everybody is drinking.
Oh, okay.
And they do that where you throw the football and you're throwing it at bowling pins, like at the national
Oh,
team.
gotcha. Okay.
They have a word for it, but I can't remember what it's called. But yeah, like you're parked. We were parked on a green. Like the hole was like right over there, and we're all just drinking and spilling beer everywhere, and it was ridiculous.
And then some Karen.
But see, the thing is, if you're,
Oh, there were no
I've-
Karens. No Karens allowed.
I've been to a Michigan football game, and if you can get a spot that close to the stadium, that's great. Because we had to walk like a mile when we had to park when we went to a Michigan game before.
No,
Yeah.
we had to show up at 8:00 in the morning for a 7 p.m. game, but that meant
That's
more
fine.
time for drinking.
That's drinking. That's tailgating. That's what it's all about.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
it was more time
Yeah.
for drinking. But then by
Yeah.
the time the game started, it
Michigan
was
is
sleeting,
not
and I was like, "Oh hell no, fuck yeah, I'm sitting in the car." So because I was out.
We used to tailgate WU 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning. We're drinking. Game kicks off around 1 or so. It's just like, yeah, you're in a good mood. You know, you're ready to rock and roll. But sometimes the drinking get a little too crazy, and you be like, you know what? I don't really need to see us versus the East Carolina today. I'm going back to the room and nap.
I went to a bowling alley and watched the game by a roaring fire. It was lovely.
A bowling alley, what?
Huntington.
When we were tailgating and it started sleeting, I walked over
Yeah.
to a bowling alley nearby and I sat by a roaring fire and just listened to people cheering in the distance for the game, and I was happy. I had a beer, I was sitting by a fire in a bowling alley, I was a happy camper, and the rest of them could deal with the sleep because I was not having any of that.
Yeah, there you go. Hop says you were the tailgater because you were tailgating at U of Michigan.
Sorry, you went.
Michigan, I tailgated. It's funny. One of my friends almost got arrested. We went to the football game at Michigan because he got in an argument with the police officer. He was trying to finish his beer. We were drinking, and they're like, "You can't have beer here." And he's like, "What? What am I gonna do with it?" He's like, "Well, pour it out." Like, why do I want to pour out a good beer? And it's just like, you know, it's always the smallest guy in the group too. That's always the most argumentative. Like, we're not bailing you out if you go to jail. Just letting you know, like, you know. And the police started to make him move to the car. And he poured it all out and everything. But it's just like, yeah. I mean, none of us want to waste beer, but at the same point, we don't want to get arrested either. So yeah.
So I did actually attend a game inside the stadium once.
90-degree fairway rule. Yeah.
3 of the 4 people had flasks down their backsides, and I was like, I ain't drinking any of that shit. I'm sorry.
I mean, it's in the
I know what
flask.
it was. I ain't touching that.
Now she's got one that can beat that.
Yes. So, and I'm a beer girl, but we went to an IU football game, and I mean, believe it or not, I'm kind of a rule follower, but I'd been drinking.
What?
They were like,
let me give you the
I feel bad for breaking the rules, but I'm also, it's just a conundrum for me. But anyway, so we were tailgating at a IU football game, and they had not Hot Damn, but what
You had Hot Damn.
No, it's not Hot Damn, but
Fireball.
Yeah,
they
Fireball.
call it
Yeah.
these days.
No, it's 2 different things.
Yeah, but back in the day, I mean, anyway, it doesn't.
It was
matter.
Fireball. Yeah.
like some Fireball.
They were like, I was drunk.
They're the little airplane shot bottles or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they're like, I'm like, hey, I got big old tits. We can just put them up underneath my boobs. Like, nobody's going to get up in there.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
So the guy saying was like, "Oh, these are nice and warm." She's like, "Of course they are."
I mean,
It's
I
like,
don't
all right.
think it was a little, I mean, I don't think it was like,
it might have been a big
Yeah,
bottle.
baby.
it was a big bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait.
I'm not drinking this warm stuff. But
I want to
I was
make
like,
sure.
"No, 'cause it was
I want to make
cold."
sure I'm understanding correctly, Shannon. I want to make sure I'm understanding correctly. You snuck in free booze in your boobs, and people were complaining about free booze from your boobs because it was warm. What the fuck is wrong with people?
Yes.
Are you kidding? Why
You
is
don't
anyone
even have
complaining that they were
purple
boob
boobs.
warm?
If a pencil falls out of your boob fold, and I'm like, I could put a whole 2-liter under my boob fold. I'm like, yeah, I'm like, a pencil, like,
Like, here, hold my beer.
Yeah.
Hold my beer.
Oh, if your pencil falls falls out, I'm gonna wonder how long it's been there. I gotta say, but like the booze, I know it was just put there.
That's true.
Just saying.
Too.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
The pencil could have been there a while, but the booze was new. I know the booze was new
Yeah,
because
that
you
was-
wasn't
that
leaving that shit
wasn't
around.
by accident.
Yeah, that was fresh. Yeah, that was fresh.
So we get in there, and it was like, I'm like, I was like, I like cold booze. And then, but it was like October and it was freezing. And it was like a hot chocolate because
It
it's
was
been
nice,
under
warm,
my food.
nice warm cinnamon. It's like, yeah, this is great.
Yes.
Yes.
So good. Yeah, it was good.
Like, do it again. Yes.
Yeah.
Story so much. I'm gonna tell you this story. You're gonna love it too.
It
Okay.
Like, come on. Let's go.
was so good.
fuck is that?
It was delicious.
Amazing.
It was delicious. It was October.
Hey.
It was warm.
There ain't nobody around us complaining, that's for sure.
Hey, warm
That's
good booze
just
I will
booze
take
in
anytime.
general.
I know.
That's back before they had sold alcohol there, so.
Well, for those of you watching, hopefully you are.
It was delicious. It's the best cinnamon drink I've ever had.
Which reminds me, there's a Gladiator 2 coming out. I need to see about checking that out.
Who's
Oh,
playing
yeah.
in it? Who's the gladiator?
Well, my what I thought before was actually the case because I don't know. You saw the original Gladiator.
Yeah, with
Yeah,
Russell
Russell
Crowe.
Crowe.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Lucius was Maximus' son. I don't know if you knew that or not. You know the kid in the movie at the end? That was his son. That was his son.
So is he now grown up then?
With Joaquin Phoenix's sister.
Yeah.
So now it's something with him growing up. But like Denzel Washington's in it, and a few other people. Like, yeah, I'm kind of interested to see how it's going to work out. Yeah.
Can I just say that I'm a little disappointed that you're talking about the movie Gladiator and not the TV show American Gladiators because I got really excited for a second. And then I was really disappointed.
I used to like American Gladiators.
I was a fan of
I
that
like
Gladiator.
Gladiators better. That was amazing.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember who your favorite gladiator was from the show?
Oh, Diamond. Diamond was my
Diamond?
that was my girl. Oh,
I remember. For some reason, I remember Blaze like kind of burnt into my memory. Like Blaze
Blaze.
was,
Yeah,
yeah,
Blaze.
We're talking
yeah.
about wrestlers, right?
my coworkers, my employees have been telling me I need one of those hamster balls so I don't hurt myself.
Show where they swing.
And I want one of those
Yeah.
hamster balls to roll
Yeah.
around in all the time. It would be wonderful.
I always thought it'd be kind of cool to be on American Gladiators back in the day, but yeah, they put them through some workout to do that.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
And Todd liked that. Todd, he liked to watch that stuff. Like he likes to watch The Masked Singer.
Those for you and I though.
Oh my
You
god,
guys-
watch the
Very
Masked
white.
Singer too.
You guys watch The Masked Singer?
I like the
Good.
Masked Singer.
Really?
I
Okay,
love
I've
that
never seen it.
show.
And
Oh my
I'm like,
God.
no, I'm not gonna
She's like,
sit.
it's so cheesy. I'm like, no, you don't
No,
know.
it's not
It's like,
cheesy.
it's good.
Or
not
boo boos.
But I'm like,
WBB baby,
12
WBB.
episodes to figure out who.
WBB.
Yeah, I'm not
Todd,
12
Todd, I'm
episodes
right
to
there with
figure
you.
out
I
who
love
it
that show. I love it. Oh my
I
gosh,
watch it every
seeing
year.
Chong, like Tommy Chong on there made me so happy. Like I freaked
Oh,
out.
yeah,
'cause it was
yeah.
fucking Tommy Chong. Are you
And
kidding?
yeah, I mean, I like.
I love that show.
Really?
But
Alright,
it
that's
but
cool.
it kind of reminds me of the Magician Show,
Yeah.
where it was like
Revealing the secret.
What, David Blaine or
yeah,
something?
and I'm like, no, if I'm watching The Masked Singer and they're like, oh, I'm a masked singer, at the end of the episode, I want to know who the hell the Masked Singer. I
Well,
want to
you
know
find
who.
you find out
Well,
who one of them is. Not all of
Part
them
of
at
it. Yeah,
once.
you do.
That's silly.
Yeah.
You reveal one every week. But-
Well, I'm not happy with that. I
Well,
need
you're
to know
just
who they
impatient.
all are.
Well, that's why you
Yeah.
don't watch.
Yeah, that's fair.
Well,
Todd,
One
I'm
thing
right there
here.
with you. I love that show.
before we sign off here, we probably should do beer news because we are a beer show, kind of.
I thought
So
we already did beer news.
No,
we never got to the beer news because it was kind of crazy around here. But
Not my
I got-
fault.
Kinda
I got a little bit of time to do the beer news here. And there wasn't a lot of beer news, so we'll probably run through this pretty quickly. But anyway, Kelsey brothers, Jason and Travis, are now co-owners of the Ohio-based Garage Beer,
I saw that.
which is interesting because the original Garage Beer was actually done out of Northern Kentucky with Braxton, where I used
Braxton,
to be. Yeah, and they sold it off into this powerful line that people are buying into now. So
Oh, I didn't know.
it's kind of
I saw
interesting.
that and I was thinking, is that
Yeah.
is that Braxton? It's like I had no
Yeah.
idea. Okay.
Braxton came up with the Garage Beer. They sold it off as his own, and it's kind of like I wonder how it would have impacted them if they would have kept it because so many people are so popular and enjoying the Garage Beer. Mal is cracking up for some reason, so let's check in with Mal to see what is going on with her at this moment.
I'm sorry, I read it in the comments again.
Oh,
the
she's ahead in the comments. I haven't gotten. Okay, she got the comments. She's
I'm sorry, I didn't
Am I
mean to, but it really made me laugh.
He's reading beer news now. Oh.
Janet Tits for president, paid for by the founders of IUB immigrants under boobs.
Hey, no, okay.
Sorry, I
let me
was sleeping
say
on the
this.
moderator button.
This
That's
is
all right.
the thing.
I'm sorry, I
All
was
these-
cracking up. I
all
didn't mean
these
to.
Your boob. I'm like, and I told Todd, I'm like we go out and all these men are staring at my tits. I'm like, I just like to take my top off and they can see them drop to my knees and they look like udders. I'm like, I would love to ruin all of their fantasies. I'm like, they are not what you think they are. You know, I'm like,
Okay, what?
Linda,
For guys, it don't matter. Guys will just be looking anyway. So I'm just saying.
well, because
You-
they'll never actually see them in person, so they get to fantasize about what they think they would be. I'm like, you stupid fools. You stupid fools.
You dummy.
If she starts
Well,
spinning in a circle, they'll all be knocked out anyway.
I'm like,
Yes.
delusional men.
yeah.
Delusional men.
Oh,
It's
Let's
a
see here. So anyway, the Kelsey brothers actually have the beer thing happening. Ontario government. We don't have any Canadians on here tonight that I've seen if Shane them when they get on, but they may have sports betting at the beer stores, which I don't know if that's a good idea or not. I mean, depending when the person comes in, how hammered they may be. If they're sober, I guess it's a fine. But if they're hammered, like, yeah, let me get like 15 down on the Raptors. So, well, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how they actually.
Yeah.
all right. In
Yeah.
Ontario, Rod, you and I will bet against each other on something, see how it goes. Just like
There you
$5.
go.
Yeah, there you go.
Little
But
bet.
at the same point, LCBO, which every time I say that and I think of Canada, it's I know like I feel like it's WWE. Like that's like their liquor control board in Canada. So if you when we go to Canada, like they buy alcohol at the LCBO stores.
So it's
And
like
so-
a package.
It's like the government owned in some of the states here. They do a government owned agency there.
Beer.
But they may be going on strike since they're upset because beer stores can now sell lottery tickets. I don't know why they're upset about that or whatever, but don't be on strike when we're there in July because we need to get beer when we're up
I was
there.
gonna say,
Don't you dare strike.
We're going strike while we're there. We came out nothing while we're there.
Yeah.
Hey,
That's not
as
good.
long as
That's
we can
not
still
good.
get weed,
Yeah.
right?
We're gonna
Yeah.
we're gonna sneak some stuff.
Well, I'm pretty much thinking we're all probably bringing a case per person anyway, so we'll probably have some stuff on hand. So yeah. Which I was trying to get Shane on to find out like if there's beers they want to get. Like we're coming up, Paul's coming up, so it's like myself, Todd,
Big Joe,
Shannon,
yeah.
Matt. Like if there's stuff you guys wanted to taste you didn't know. Like I think TK and them might be coming up too. So just let us know. We'll get some of those beers to bring up. And if I could talk to you for a second, brother, because brother, Hulk Hogan is launching a real American beer. So what you gonna do when the beer's coming at you from Hulk Hogan?
What have all the other American beers been? Are they fake? They're fake news.
Well, that's the other.
Everything's fake.
Real.
Do it.
You are fake news.
That's what I'm
You are
saying.
fake news.
I mean, what makes Hulk Hogan the real American beer? I don't know, but he's
The
calling it
song-
the real American beer.
song does-
He's got the song about the real American. I can't play it here because of copyright stuff, but he's launching a beer. Everybody wants it in the beer scene. So that's kind of interesting. You don't like Hulk Hogan? Did you say? You don't like Hulk Hogan?
Because I watched him when I was younger, and then I watched Hogan Knows Best.
Oh God, there we go. That's why she doesn't like him.
Oh, yeah.
And he was with his wife forever, and then they got divorced, and he married some young woman that looked exactly like his wife when she was 30 years younger. Like, oh, you damn. I'm like, and then she's going to take all his money. I'm like, you men are so stupid.
She married somebody.
You know?
I'm not saying we're winning a Nobel Prize. I mean, you know,
right.
it happens.
But
we
I'm
have, but,
thankful for the entertainment he provided us when he was relevant.
No. New Jersey brewery uses AI to create new beer. Asbury Park Brewery announced the release of their new hazy IPA to the New Jersey beer lineup, which goes back to a point we brought up months ago about how AI is shaping things. And the concern is, can you start having AI actually coming up with some of the beer? What are you doing? I'm telling the news here, and Shannon's pointing her on the screen.
I was helping. I was pointing too. It's like it's over there.
But it brings up an interesting point about AI. You start crafting new beers at breweries, then do you still need the people there at some point, right? I'm looking down the line. Like, if you start having AI start coming in doing some stuff, and AI says come up with a formula that you can use to make beer, AI is going to affect some things. And it was funny, one of the guys that does one of the social media was talking about earlier this week. Like, he says, like, the government always like AI is not replacing jobs, and he's like, that's totally wrong. Like, AI is going to replace jobs, but it'll open up new jobs. Like, here's the thing in brewing, where AI can come up with different recipes on how to do stuff, and you may start replacing people out, and you'll have other people maybe doing other things. But it's kind of interesting. We're seeing it more and more where AI is actually coming up with different things to create new beers. So,
hey, but maybe we're AI. Rod, did you ever think about that? Maybe we're artificial.
I'm gonna say that did escape me, but maybe, I mean, I thought before maybe we're all in somebody's dream, and we're just in a dream.
Now you
Did you hear him do the sound?
Maybe we're Sim City.
We're just
that is my thing. I'm like, maybe, like, I invented everybody in my
she's like, what if I invented everybody here?
Like,
everybody.
I'm not invented, but I'm like, maybe I'm in a video game.
Invent us be rich, then is what I'm saying.
Because if I really think about it, the people
we
gotta thank Carter.
We're all living in the Matrix. We're all living in the Matrix.
Yes,
that's true.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Is it my Matrix or is it your
God,
Matrix?
we hope it's not your Matrix.
You know.
That's another one, Todd. You did it again.
No, because
we'd be in a world of hurt if it was your Matrix.
No, maybe you're just a character in my Matrix.
Oh, I'm sure we are.
Yeah, because
I mean,
I'm like, I'm like all the people. I can't think of anybody in my life that I'm like, well, that's a stupid son of a bitch, and they're horrible.
No, I'm pretty sure.
Are you kidding? I think that about people all the time.
I can as well. Yeah. So I'm like, yeah.
No, and so I'm like, well, maybe it's a video game or whatever, and I've just made all the characters up in my life, and
your video game included boob beer? Fuck yeah. I want to be in your video game.
Boob beer.
Hey, I mean, we gotta like.
It comes with it.
Yeah.
I mean, Shannon, mine aren't big enough to hide a can of beer, but geez, I want to be in your video game because that's way more fun.
They're not big enough, but they're not saggy enough either. You know.
Hey, oh, that's too much. Now you stepped over the line. Now we won't be talking that kind of shit.
It's just crazy to me. Like the men are like, oh, your boobs, and I'm like, yeah, it's a bra. It's like, I'm like, I'm like, you're so stupid.
We're simple creatures, Shannon. We're simple creatures. So,
I'm just
yeah.
like, they're just like, you could just go and get a big old bag of Crisco and put it in a Ziploc bag, and it'd basically be the same thing. You know?
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, it's just like.
Oh my god, that's amazing. Okay.
But going back to the beer news, so AB InBev now owns eight of the top 10 most valuable global beer brands. You realize that AB InBev owns 8 of the top 10. Number 1 is Corona, number 2 is Bud, 3 is Heineken, 4 Modelo, 5 Brahma, 6 Michelob, 7 Bud Light, 8 Skol, 9 Guinness, 10 Stella. But they own 8 of the 10 top beer brands. That's crazy. So one company owns that much of the beer that's actually being produced. California Brewery named winner of the Samuel Adams craft beer competition, which is great. Crown and Hops, Black and women-owned, veteran-operated business, emerged as the champions of the 13th annual competition. So a lot of good stuff talked about Crown and Hops out there in the beer world. If you haven't checked out Crown and Hops beers, definitely recommend checking them out. If you happen to see them come across your thing, maybe give them a try. But they end up winning, which is great because Sam Adams has been doing this brewing competition for years, and they usually team up with that person and release a beer under Sam Adams as well. So keep an eye out for Crown and Hops.
Can I just say, Black, woman-owned, and veteran-operated? Like, seriously? I haven't found one of those. That's so exciting. That's amazing.
I can't get those Crowns and Hops, but I'll look for them.
I haven't got either, but I know a lot of stuff about them from what I've been reading.
Where are they located?
I see it. I want to say they're actually out of, I want to say Texas for some reason. But no, California Brewery.
Oh, okay.
California, yeah. But I knew they were out west of where I'm at, but I've seen them pop up on things on Instagram and on Facebook and different things. So
can I just say that I hope that having won this award, that they will branch out and like distribute elsewhere, because I need to try their beer. I need to. And I don't have any plans for California anytime soon, and I need them to come to me.
Well, that'd be up to the distributors there, right? So distribution has to open that up for them to be able to do so.
It needs to happen. If they're winning that award and doing that well, that's
the good thing was teaming up with Sam Adams. In the past, Sam Adams would have a home brewing thing where they would actually do a 6-pack of the winning home brewer. Hopefully they do something where they release some Crown and Hops collaboration and people can actually start to taste their beers. Yeah.
I hope so. I think that would be wonderful. I think that needs to be touted everywhere.
Yeah. So shout out to Crown and Hops on that. Beer made from same plant as cocaine launches. Not sure how this is going to go over, but a coca, because it's a cocoa, cacao, a coca-infused beer, the plant from which cocaine is derived, has been launched by, if I remember my Spanish, El Viejo Roble in La Paz, Bolivia. So it's kind of interesting because in like many of the countries, that is still like a scheduled drug, but they released a beer from kind of interested to see how that might be. I don't know if we'll ever get that here in the States because of it coming from the cocoa plant, but it's kind of interesting that, again, breweries doing some different things here.
Hey, if we did get it in the States, I think it would exacerbate the drug problem in Bolivia.
Well, there you go.
So they'd be trying to pick the drug for our beer that we'd be buying like crazy. So I don't think we should get it here, honestly. It would cause a lot more trouble in Bolivia than...
But aren't you intrigued? You're intrigued by it.
I'm intrigued, but
like the old Coke came from that plant, the coca. Yeah.
To be fair, I get crazy paranoid on marijuana itself. So harder drugs, I've been offered a lot of harder drugs. I never
you're in
wanted
Chicago.
Because I couldn't survive marijuana. Marijuana made me like petrified. I went straight. Yeah. So when people offered me acid or whatever else, I was like, oh, I think I'm going to pass. And I always did. I've never tried any of them. And I'm okay with that because honestly, I can have a good time on just beer and be fine. But I don't know if I want to try a Coca beer.
I mean, it's going to
Very
be, it's something I mean, I don't know if I'll make it down to Bolivia, but if you do make it to Bolivia, it might be something you'll see out there in the stores here. Don't know how the imports are going to go coming out of that spot, or the exports for them, imports for us. But if you're in Bolivia, kind of interesting.
I do have
And
some
then-
news too when you're done.
Yeah. And then, have you ever thought about what would it be like to be a monk to make beer? Boozy Management sim Al Abbey is coming out on stream on the computer, where it'll put you in the sandals of a beer brewing monk. So you can actually make beers on the computer like you were actually a monk in an abbey, and teach you about brewing beer as a monk. So there you go. So that's coming out later in 2024, but interesting.
Cute.
But that itself is really all the beer news. So it wasn't too much of the beer news that took place this week. Would you say, Todd?
I said, why wouldn't you drink the beer in the sandal though?
Well, you're doing it as a simulation on the computer, so
No,
you're probably drinking beer while you're playing it. Yeah.
So just Illinois-based beer news, true, but there's a lot of contention right now about THC infused beers in Illinois, and the breweries have been pushing to allow them to make THC infused beers, but obviously the pot distributors are trying to fight against that. So there's kind of a back and forth going on between the two different types of, recreational fun. So I will say the craft brewers had a bit of a success in the fact that we weren't banned from it yet. It did get pushed to the second session. So we have to wait until the next session before another vote comes up. But for right now, it was a push, and nobody has decided yet. My brewery itself has come up with some THC beers, which I have sampled. We haven't sold them because we can't yet. It's against the law. But I have sampled them, and they're quite good. And I do hope that Illinois does pass this thing where we can make the THC beers, because they're really, really good. So if you're in Illinois and you're still listening, talk to your congressman, man, because we want to pass this where breweries can have their THC beers, because you have no idea. Ravinia is going to rock this shit.
I would like to see more THC beers in the market. Like I said, I've only had a couple of them from in the past, but definitely enjoyed, and a little bit different of a feel.
It's a huge, hard-fought battle in Illinois right now. It's straight up rough right now.
I've never had one.
The pot distributors and the breweries, we're fighting each other right now, and if we get the chance, you'll be loving every bit of it. It'll be amazing if the breweries can do this. Not kidding.
Nice.
So if you're in Illinois, say something. We need help.
And JT said, "Good magic mushrooms down in Bolivia." Go back and get a couple more comments before we sign off here. Let me see here. I got to go back up. Hopped Up says, "You're all just figments of my imagination," right? Yeah, that's how it feels at times.
Well, I'm happy to be there with you.
Did you drink nothing but locally made American beer? Who the fuck is Hulk Hogan? He's the Hulkster.
The red panties and the yellow shirt, and you ripped the shirt. Red panties and the yellow shirt. That's the guy.
I think it's for Shannon. I love droopy tits. So.
Big Daddy, that one had me laughing earlier, and I tried to stifle it. I failed.
Swerve, you're not going to throw a guy off by droopiness. I'm just saying. Swerve is out of the box. Yeah. Lots of interpretations on my end tonight. Well, I mean, when we talk, there could be definitely different interpretations that actually come out for sure. Yeah. Todd used to have a full head of hair, thick, wonderful hair. Then Shannon was like, "We live in a simulation, and the algorithm is stuck like a record skipping throughout the eternity. We can never wake." So
true.
That's what's happening to your hair.
I love
Shannon belongs on a stand-up comedy stage for sure, Trez says.
She's so funny. She's so funny.
There's no way. I would be
Hello, Emerson. Do we have to snort the cocaine beer? No, I think you can just drink it and you'll be good to go there. But
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
You snorted. I think you drowned. Maybe. I'm not sure.
I want an American-made cocoa infused beer. So JT's down with the cocoa infused beer. He definitely wants to have one done where you can actually enjoy it. Which, by the way, my last beer tonight was actually a Yingling beer that I'm cleaning out the fridge a little bit. So,
That's what I've been doing.
yeah,
I'm excited
cleaning
by
out the
that.
fridge. Yeah, I got like some Modelo's and stuff in there too.
Craft
Yeah.
beer types is Yingling.
What'd you say, Shannon?
I think Yingling.
Shit, I don't know. Don't
No,
ask me.
I do know. No, I think Yingling is one of my favorite, and I don't even kind of. I'm like, according to you all, Yingling.
I mean, Yingling is considered a craft. No, Yingling is considered a craft beer. It's considered craft beer.
Yeah, well, it's
Yeah.
probably at the bottom of the barrel, but
No. I like
Not
Yingling.
bad.
It's the oldest. It's the oldest craft brewery apparently.
I'm a fan.
Yingling,
I think they're great.
Yingling. I feel like they have styles of beer I like, and not a lot of craft beers.
I was
do.
excited to find one down in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Like they had a bunch of craft beer, and then they had Yingling. I was like, "Fuck yeah, give me a
He
Yingling."
has like
You
3.
kidding?
And Chaffley or whatever. I like
Chaffley.
Daphne, yeah, out of Illinois, St. Louis.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
Missouri, St. Louis. Yeah.
Yes, but I'm not that hard to please. Apparently, I'm just.
Well, you like your Miller Lite. Nothing wrong with that.
I'm so
But I
glad
like
you held
other
up the
things
beer when you.
too. I like
Shannon.
other. Yeah.
Shannon, I am
like-
so glad you held up the beer when you said you're not hard to please instead of pointing at Todd. That made me happy that you
Yeah.
instead.
Aw.
She did
Just
say
re-
she likes other things, so you know.
No.
Yeah.
Like,
My
I'm
hand up
very
the
lucky.
I mean, it's after 11. We might get right kicked off here.
No, that's
Yeah.
but like
Just remember.
we may.
Just
Yeah,
remember.
whatever. Yeah, whatever.
Just remember, if you go camping, be safe.
I love camping.
Don't start any forest fires
Oh
because
no.
you got to be careful of that kind of stuff.
I gotta get
I know
ready.
a place that's peaceful and quiet. A place where animals play. It's called the forest, but every year we start forest fires. A careless match or cigarette and poof, fire. So the next time you're in the forest, be extra careful, okay?
She's got a very seductive voice.
Be extra careful.
If you knew it was me,
Or what is-
would you have listened?
God, can I bring back the 70s? I want to bring back the 70s because I love that commercial from back then. That's just
Like the Harry Bush.
This is the first time I got the poof on time though. This is the first time
Yeah.
I had my poof just poof. Like,
Be extra careful.
Like that woman's voice makes
First
me
time I got it right.
Bushes.
you said. What about the bushing? The what?
That woman's voice makes me
Poof.
think of Harry Bushes.
Well, back in the 70s, that was definitely
Yeah.
common. Yeah.
That was,
Yeah.
that was
Which, I mean,
That was
hey,
the thing,
it's
man.
nature.
I mean, that's like au
Yeah,
natural. That's like
right.
natural. I don't know.
Go to the salon or
technical difficulties.
like, how about we just live?
That
the
comment
way
for
we
you,
want?
Shannon. That comment's for
Shannon,
you,
read the
Shannon.
comment.
It's real jokes.
I don't know. I'm not saying who cares?
I knew it was
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Turned on.
That was probably the coolest Smokey and the Bear commercial I think I've ever heard in my lifetime.
Smokey and the Bear.
Yeah.
I don't get tired of that one. I just feel like that's
And the
just
Bear.
Does she not have the most?
Smokey. No,
the most
yeah,
Smokey
Smokey
the
the
Bear.
Bear. Smokey the Bear.
Smokey
The
the
Bear.
Who's why am I thinking Smokey and the Bear?
Bears.
And
There was-
the Bears.
There was BJ in the Bear back in the day, which
Smokey
That
the
woman's
Bears.
makes me want to be a
the
tiny
Bears.
The Bears.
Smokey.
I got Chicago covered.
BJ
The Bears. DA. The Bears.
BJ and the Bear back in the day had me considering being a truck driver for a little bit of time. I'm just saying because
Hey,
Convoy,
Rod.
by the time that series wrapped up, and he had like 16 women with him, it was like, interesting.
Convoy, everybody would be a truck driver then.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey,
Oh,
Roger,
Rubber
you
Ducky,
ever
Rubber
wonder
Ducky.
where
You're the
that
one.
woman is now?
What woman? What woman?
Oh, she's dead now.
Poof.
Exactly what
Poof
you meant
lady.
to say. The
The
woman
poof
that
la-
said that had the voice of that commercial or that.
Oh, she went through rehab and all kinds of stuff. She's probably like washed up somewhere at this point.
Well, of course she is. 'cause
She was
she's not
definitely,
working
yeah.
anymore, is she? 'Cause
I mean, it was the
she had
80s.
a sexy voice in the
She's
80s.
out in the ocean, just floating around. It's all right.
I wish I was in the ocean floating around.
I'm a Gen Xer. I can tell you, a lot of people in Gen X don't even remember the 80s because it was just like, that's how crazy it was. So, yeah,
Well,
Yeah.
you know,
it is what it is.
You know.
some of the parties you went to, you don't even remember doing some of the stuff. People got to remind you of stuff. And it's like,
I'm
oh,
glad I
that's
was
what happened.
that now.
Okay.
You know,
And I
you're saying
remember,
that, but it's not just the 80s. There are parties that I went to, and people are like, "Hey, you remember when you did that?" And I'm like, "Wow, I totally don't remember that." Sorry.
That's true, too. That's true
It's not just
because
the 80s, man.
I have
The 60s, the
one of my
70s,
buddies from
the 90s, and the 2000s all had those people where they're like, "Oh wow, I did that. Oh neat." I don't
Yeah,
remember.
How neat.
Hey,
Oh,
but it's nice that you have a memory.
That's
of
not a
your
thing I
mind,
remember.
a
Thanks.
memory in your mind.
Once upon a time.
Yeah. Because
I caught a
you know that person. I'm like, I don't think I do. I'm
I
like,
caught up.
"Oh,
I caught up with one of my buddies in college one time, and he was like telling me about all the stuff back then. I'm like, really? Like, I don't remember that. He's like, oh yeah,
Was
you
that
did this and that, and it was like,
Was that
really?
was?
Yeah, it's like he's like, oh, people loved it. You were awesome. You were on point. You were just like, yeah. I was like, I don't remember that incident happening. So yeah,
You know,
But
Rod,
are you
you're
like,
saying
is
that, but you
that
talked about
actually
playing water
happened, or is
polo.
that something you
Just
thought
saying.
happened?
I don't remember playing.
I
I,
know. But if
but
you
I don't.
remember, and
I don't remember
they're
playing water
like,
polo the first time.
But that wasn't the 80s, was it?
Did.
No, that wasn't the 80s. That was not the
It's
80s.
not
Yeah,
just the 80s, man. It's the people.
yeah, that wasn't the
We're gonna have
80s.
Decade.
so much fun in Canada. I cannot wait.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Oh,
I still don't even know what I did on water. Like, how many goals did I score that day? I don't know. I don't know.
who cares?
I was just told I was really great at water polo, and I was made the captain the next day when I came back, and I'm like,
that
I
was
never played.
yesterday.
I said I never played this game before. They're like, oh yeah, you played yesterday. You were awesome. Everybody loved you. I'm like,
Yeah.
I really can't confirm nor deny. I don't know. I don't know. I don't remember.
And all the horses
You know-
survived the pool.
When you have a bar in the pool that you swim up to, and it's all inclusive, and you start from one end and you work to the other, I'm going to say it's not the best idea because at some point you forget
That's
where you even were. Yeah.
No, that is
No.
the best idea.
No.
It was wonderful. I've done it. It's great. There's nothing
You wake
better
up-
than that.
You wake up during a rainstorm and you're like, what the hell happened? You just don't know. You're like, but yeah, you come back next day and they're like, oh yeah, you were our water polo superstar. Don't even know how to play water polo. What are we doing here? Like, how does it even work?
Was I drunk?
Yeah. I was definitely inebriated
It's
for
natural
sure. I was
talent,
like,
Rod.
yeah,
Natural
yeah.
talent.
It was natural talent. I mean,
I'm glad.
God-
I'm like,
God
I'm
bless
glad
it.
both
God
of
bless.
Dan had a good memory of me last night. If it was true or if it happened, or I'm glad that you woke up today and had a good memory of me.
Say, God bless the Dominican Republic, right? So
Yes.
hopped up and asked me, how did they get you out of, I got a pool myself. I was fine. You know, there's a thing they actually talk about when people actually
I
drink a
was
certain.
fine, says
There was a people talk
I'm
about.
fine, I'm fine.
No, no.
That's what we say.
There's actually a thing where they talk about how people can drink enough and still be functioning
Yeah.
because it becomes automatic for your body. So I was able to do everything and get out and all that kind of stuff, and it was just like you just don't remember it, but you were still able to do a lot of the stuff that you were doing.
Because
Well,
you
yeah,
don't
blackout
remember it.
drunk is a different
Thank you
thing.
for able to do it.
Yeah, it's just your memory is the only thing that's actually changed, but you were
Yeah.
able to do everything and still kind of keep your
That's
composure.
right.
It's kind of like
Because your brain plays tricks on you.
no, it's just you know. It's like kind of like back in the day. Like there's times where people drink and they're like,
But what
people's. Let me finish, Shannon. It's like people say you shouldn't drive, right? But it's like people end up driving home and they're like, how do I get home? You have an automatic feature in your body that kind of knows that route on what you need to do that people kind of lock in. Like there's times you can drive to work and you're like, not even thinking about stuff. And you got there like, how do I get there? And you're fine. You just on an automatic, basically autopilot. And people can do, and people do that.
It's a little
back in
it's
the day.
something amnesia, but like I thought I took my brother's debit card to him tonight.
I don't know about that, but I'll take it. I'm a superhero. I'll take it. My superpower is drinking and getting home safe. I'll take it.
No, your superpower is water polo, sweetie. Your superpower is water polo, sweetie.
Yeah, because when we played it the next time, I'm like, literally, you have to wade in the water because we were like in like 10 feet. I'm like, how did I not drown? If I did so good, How did I not drown? Because I'm like actually having to do some work to actually stay above water, but I was able to do that previously when I've been drinking. I don't know. It's a mystery.
Make it.
Instincts kick in.
We're going to put that under the mystery.
Emotional damage.
I didn't mean that. We're going to put that in the mystery
Oh
file.
no, that was the best button. That was the right button.
How did Rod not drown that day?
Right one. Emotional damage. No, that was right.
Somehow I survived. I will survive.
Memorial damage.
I will survive.
Memorial damage.
We all
Memorial.
don't.
Yeah. But water polo is a fun activity if you're ever, playing water polo. Dominican Republic.
I don't recommend
Good
it
time.
drunk, though, unless you're Rod.
I wouldn't recommend it drunk because and I would recommend you know how to swim, which I did know how to swim, so that wasn't a problem. So apparently my defenses kicked in when I was inebriated at the time, but it was a good time. Good time. So
I mean, yeah.
You must have been drown proofed when you were a baby.
Yeah. It's kind of interesting though when you walk around the pool, everybody kind of knows who you are. You don't know who they are though. It's kind of like, hey, what's up, Rod? Like, don't know. Who,
Yeah, my dog.
Like,
That's
yeah.
there. Like, who the hell are you?
It's like people know who you are, but you know who they are. But it's kind of like, all right, it's cool.
Dude, that's my everyday life. Everyone remembers me, and I have no freaking clue who anybody is. It's terrible.
Yeah.
That's literally every day for me.
I mean, I meet like 10 people a night when we go out, and then Todd's like, you know who that is? And I'm,
So like, no, I don't.
I'm like,
until the next time, I'm like, who are you? Oh, I don't remember.
I'll act like a
It's hard to remember all the people and stuff.
Yeah. I'm just like.
Which for me, I mean, in some of the circles I'm in, I'm going to say I'm kind of at a disadvantage because some circles I'm the only black guy. So it's easy to remember who I am.
Yeah. Well, that doesn't make you a
I mean, it's just word association. Rod, black guy.
No, but he's not the same color we are. I do.
I mean, Rod, black guy versus Tom, Bill, Steve. It just works out that differently.
So you say that, but in the craft beer, like Chicago world, all this stuff, I don't have a beard. They all remember me.
Well, they remember you.
And I'm like, who the fuck are you? I don't know.
Yeah.
They all have beards.
And it works the same way for you, right? Because you stand out there, but you got to remember everybody else back.
I have a beard who likes beer. Yeah. I get that, but I'm like one of the only females who likes beer. Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Which is always interesting because then when you get together, you're waiting for somebody else to say that person's name so you can remember. You're like, yeah. You're like,
oh yes.
Yeah.
Somebody else is gonna walk up and say their name so that you don't look like an idiot.
Yeah, it's like somebody
for like a half hour before that, and you're like, Shannon. Oh yeah, Shannon. Yes.
But I'll tell you, in Chicago, there's not a lot of female GMs of breweries. You don't find that very often. So they remember me, and I'm just like, oh shit, your beard is red. There's like
you gotta
6
do
of
the
that.
words.
Let's see. Your beard is gray. You're that one guy, right?
It's a little tougher. You got to help me out here.
He has red hair, and Scottish people have red hair, so his name is Scott. I do the word association.
Oh, you do. That's a good way to do the word association. Yeah.
But I mean, like 4 or 5 times before I.
You know, that's
Yeah.
cute and all, and I try to do that, but once I've had a few, honestly, my word association game ain't working so good after a few
Yeah.
beers.
I mean, that's true.
Especially
Yeah.
for
There you go.
12%, you know, barrel aged stouts and shit. I'm like, oh fuck, you have a beard. Hey, so does that one, and
Yeah.
that one, and that one, and that one, and that one.
Y'all crisscross.
fuck.
I'm like,
Yeah.
But I mean, like Mal, like if you see a person you know you met and they don't remember your name, are you gonna get all butthurt because they don't remember? I'm like, why
Oh
do I
fuck no. I think it's wonderful.
I'm
I'm
like,
so
I
excited when they don't know my name. I'm like, oh good, because I don't remember yours either. We're good.
Exactly. I'm just like,
I'm so
Hey.
happy when they don't know.
if I remember who you are, then just be happy. And you remember who I'm like,
Now,
what is
when
the
you
name?
do remember
What's
my
the
name,
name?
I'm like,
Don't
ah,
matter.
fuck
Don't
me.
care.
Why
Well,
do
this
you
being
remember my
said,
name if I don't remember yours.
Rod's like,
Are you a
"This
Mike
being said,
or a
it's time to
John?
sign off."
Honestly,
we're
Mike
gonna.
and John are the most common. I mean, there's a Matt
maybe not.
too. I mean, tell
Well-
me you're one of those 3.
Yeah. Hey,
We're
Rod's
we're
like,
gonna we're gonna sign off because I got to sign off for the podcast version of the show. But thanks for everybody that definitely tuned in. You guys hang out. We'll talk for a little bit after hours and stuff, so that's fine. But appreciate everybody. What are you doing?
I ran out of beer.
What? That's
Well,
on
the show's
you.
over, so.
As
You
Joe
did
says,
run
that's
out.
on you.
Don't have a
It's
beer.
really
I
fun
mean-
in the fridge.
I mean, we can hang out for a little bit, so that's
mean-
fine. But if you want to get another beer, you can. But I got to sign off here. But thanks everybody that tuned in, and catch you guys next Thursday. Back again. By the way, down below, if you didn't see the new frame in here, you can actually follow on any of these social media, including the podcast. So make sure to actually check out some of that stuff there if you want to follow me on the website or the Instagram or Twitter, Discord. I'm actually got the Discord stuff. If you're interested in Discord, let me know. Shoot me a message. I'll get you set up there, but the podcast as well. And that being said, we're going to go ahead and sign off, and we will look forward to catching up with you guys soon.
Got an IPA for me? Yeah, I'm just commenting on this loser's post. He drinks Busch Light. I know. Hey, come on, come sit down. I got some brews. I got a little picnic for us. Come on, grab some grass. Yeah. So to start, I got us some avocado toast with a little kale. Are you sure you don't want any? It's pretty good. You think I should say piss water? Piss water is always works. It's like, how am I gonna show them that I'm smarter than them if I don't comment mean stuff? Oh man, that baby finishes nice. Probably up to about 20, 25 miles a day. No, it's not biking, it's cycling. Biking is like what your grandma does. I cycle, it's way different. Can you imagine drinking Busch Light out here right now? What are we gonna do? We're gonna pull up our truck and sit on the tailgate and pound Busch Light out of our cooler. No, I don't think it'll make me look stupid. I think it'll make me look really smart if I comment that. No, I would never say that to their face. I would only do it to them online. Yeah, and then for my little dessert beer, I brought a unfiltered wet hop juicy ale. Yeah, I don't go anywhere without a bottle opener because my motto is you never know when you're gonna stumble upon a great brew. Yeah, I was actually just on my way to a brewery. They're doing a collaboration with the Cyclers Guild. They're taking old rubber tires from bikes. They're infusing it with a sour. And so they got the cyclist brew is what they're calling it. They're totally not pandering to get me in the door. I don't think so. I think that I think they just really care about cyclists, to be honest. Whew. I'm feeling a little buzzed. Yeah, Busch Light. Yeah, that's literally just the leftovers from all the craft brews. They squeegee it off the floor and throw it in a tank and they call it beer. So what's Apollo been up to? Is he still rock climbing? Yeah, I never thought he'd get back on the old wall again after his fracture in his foot. It's release day at the brewery, you know? You got to get there before everyone else does. Yeah, hopefully this weekend I can break out the old disc golf. I just haven't had enough time to hit the chains enough this year. Berkeley, he still throws his disc golf like a frisbee. It's not a frisbee, it's a disc golf. Sure you don't want any more avocado toast? Since it got warmer out and it's summer again, I've just been spending so much time going to different breweries on my bike with my dog that I just literally haven't been able to get down to the Slam Poetry Nook. I better not have too many of these. I still got to get home. I don't want to get a CUI, cycling under the influence. You should see the artwork on this can. Yeah, I really, really love the caramel flavor in this. Since we found the spot, I'm gonna have to bring out the old hammock next time and maybe do a little bit of journaling while we're here. I had this Saison the other day that literally started with a suede flavor. The body felt really basil-y in my mouth and the texture. And then it just finished with like a crazy fruity pebbles. We still down to hike on Saturday?
Oh, you betcha, yeah.
Yeah.